Well, you asked for it. That's right, you asked for it. You said, hey, Rich, we don't care if there's no actual game happening. Come on screen and let's hang out. Well, guess what? Oh, that's the wrong button. Be careful what you wish for, because now you get to hang out and just talk with me for a while until we get this. Hello, welcome, I'm Rich Slayton. You probably know who I am if you're here in the first place, because I don't think we're in game yet, and if you stumbled upon this randomly on YouTube, congrats on your search. You found me. This is supposed to be the Dreamhack All-Stars Finals, the top 12 players at the live and in-person event in Valencia, Spain for Dreamhack. That's what this is supposed to be. Oh, you know what? I see that my green screen's a little bit funky over here. Let me fix that. I didn't catch that beforehand. Oh, a 2-hour delay, Rich? You couldn't catch that there's a green screen problem? Well, here we go. Hi, everybody. I'm really excited for the action to happen whenever it does. To give you guys an update, they have said that we'll start in 5 minutes. A team fight tactics tournament ran really, really long and delayed the ability of them to start because apparently people actually play team fight tactics. I didn't know people actually played that game or watched people play that game, but apparently it is a thing. So there you go. That's why we're delayed so significantly. Hopefully we will actually, they said 5 minutes. Hopefully it's actually 5 minutes. When it happens, it'll happen. We'll all be here. It'll be fun. Let's go look at the chat on the YouTubes, and I'll keep my eye on Discord, which is where I'm supposed to get this clean feed from. I'll believe it when I see it. Let's see. Looking at the YouTube chat. Balance change next season. No idea. Oh, you know what? I can do this. Hey, DJ Banhan saying, what's up, Rich? What's up, DJ Banhan? How the heck are you? I don't know who you are. Me neither, dude. Me neither. Why am I doing something different? Shout out to Andrew Guy, who will be casting Royale Masters probably in like 10 minutes. I don't know when it starts. It was rescheduled to make room for this, and then we were bumped by Teamfight Tactics. Just want to point out again, we were bumped by Teamfight Tactics. That is apparently a game that people actually play. I didn't know it lasted beyond a month. Let's see. Do you know when it's Morten's turn? No idea. What's your favorite card? The Ace of Spades. Let's see. Good morning in that case. Thank you, CuchiCuu over on Twitch. Let's see. Dicey saying, Rich, I love you, brother. Best caster of all time. Oh, well. I do appreciate it. There's some other good casters out there. You look nicer every day. Thank you very much. Emma, modding over on Twitch, saying, what's up, Rich? What's up? How are you? Let's see. CR Thunder saying, love to you. Enjoy the fights last night. I only watched some highlights, and then I actually watched the Izzy versus Jared Kanariooo fight. It was a thing that happened for 25 minutes. So there you go. Is this the only tournament today? No, there are actually 3 major Clash Royale events today. This is the first one that was supposed to start at 8 a.m. Pacific. It is now 10 past 10. So it hasn't started yet. After this, or maybe during it, depending on how the whole day shakes out, Royale Masters, first weekend of qualifiers, the tournament day is happening. And so that's going to be Andrew Guy and Joshua AC Sharon doing that one. I was supposed to do no casting this weekend, and then I had to cancel a trip. I was supposed to be in Montana fly fishing and doing fireworks with my kiddo, and had to cancel that trip. But I had to be here with you guys. And then after this All-Stars thing happens, and after Royale Masters, then Juicy J will be casting the next portion of the Swiss bracket stage 3. Stage 3? I think stage 3 of the Copa All-Stars, the ongoing golden ticket event for Latin America and North America. Let's see. Prediction. Morten's going to win the event. Cool prediction. This song goes hard, says Joe in a tent. Well, I hope that you brought like a nice sleeping mat or something, dude. Richard Sunnies are fire as always. Bro, we get to debut some new stun glasses on the channel today. I'm really excited about it. We have these bad boys, which, you know, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some. Let me bring them up nice and tight. There's now a really cool Marvel, I think this is a chroma key out. It's probably going to key out a little bit there, but it's a Marvel Gooder mashup that has come out. and check out these bad boys. These are the Black Widows. Let me see if I can get the... I have to put my hand on it to make it refresh. Zoom in there. These are the Black Widows. Look at all that cool stuff on the side. I have some other ones I'll be debuting today, but I got some new sunnies from my friends over at Gooder. Gooder.com. You can use /Rich Slayton, or you can put in my promo code Rich. So yeah, you can go ahead and get some of those. Yeah, the green background kind of killed it. We need to make a tournament when plays Rich, Andrew, Rick, Max, Joshua, and Eric. No, we don't. No one needs to watch me play. Let's see. Wait, can you show them both again? I missed it. The black one looked dope. Yes, they do. Where'd you get the Clash Royale hoodie you were wearing last week? That was something that production sent to us in like 2020 to possibly wear on stream. So that's where I got that one. That one's pretty cool. Wait, I'm not in Spain? No, I'm in California casting from this basement that I've been casting in all summer. You get some gooders? Yeah, there you go. I don't know what the exact match schedule is, folks. Let me go ahead and bring up the... not that. I'm looking for the bracket. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Hopefully it doesn't do the weird reload thing. Yeah, it's going to do that every time. I gotta figure out how to fix that. They have not yet put in the actual bracket yet of who's in which space. This is the bracket from the website. They have not quite updated it yet. I don't know why that's not updated, but there you go. Hopefully they do. I've been told it will be updating live during the show. Your players today, not knowing the matchups because they have not given me the bracket officially yet. Let's see. Oh, is there actually a challenge bracket for this? No, that's not correct. I don't know what tournament that is that you just put in there. I think that was the Masters Challenge. Oh, you know what? You use command bracket over on Twitch. That's not the correct bracket, folks. Don't touch that bracket. That's from the Masters Challenge. That's old. Old bracket. Bad bracket. Bad. Stay down. Let's see. You lied about telling us a live event. I said I'm late for this. No, I didn't. This is going to be a live event when it happens. Live and in person. I'm not in person, but the players are live and in person. They'll all be playing live and in person when they actually happen, when they actually start. So as soon as we start, they've said like 5 minutes. That was 10 minutes ago. Okay, well, let me tell you guys who's playing today. So, which is also in the description if you're watching on YouTube. The players today, our top 12 include Lucas, Morten, Ruben, Bale, Surgical Goblin, Michifu. Why are they not? They're not even all in the clan? What is happening? I go ahead and find the rest of that. I know I had that somewhere. Let me go ahead and check my messages with the team. Oh, well, you know what? Let me go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and do... where is this? I'm going to take off this thumbnail, and I am going to switch that with... They told me they were updating the bracket. Turns out they're not, but I have a fully filled out bracket that I can show you guys in just 1 second. We want in-person Clash Royale again. Here we go. Here is the bracket for today. I'll see if I can. I guess I'll manually try to fix this myself as we go on. Bob the Rock up against Vili in the top 12 rounds. Game Freak against Ligon. Michifu against Red and Vitor against Lucas. And then already into the next round because they were crushing it in the qualifier portion. Surgical Goblin. What? Surgical Goblin. Yeah, he went 5-1, folks. That's right. Ruben, Morten, and Bale. And look at that. Morten and Surgical Goblin on the opposite sides of the board. Could it happen again? Could we see a grand final of Morten and Surge? Could we? We could. Will it happen? Who knows? Who knows? Anything can happen here, especially in BO3's single elimination bracket. Anything can happen. Let me go ahead and bring this chat back up. Give me 1 second, folks. And let me go ahead and see if I can find what the heck is happening with this tournament. I still have no feed. This is why I didn't want to start the stream, because I still have nothing. I still don't have a feed. Let's take a look at chat here. Let's see. Let me look at the Twitch chat for a second. So that's the players who are here today. Rich, can you explain the players and names of play? I did that already. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Are all matches today? Yes. Is there a loser's bracket? No, because this is single elimination. When will the matches start? Whenever they actually kick off. I'm in charge of nothing. I'm not even in Spain. I'm in California, casting this live event in Spain, where they should be live on stage with cameras. It's supposed to be a whole thing. That's what I've been told. Why does it say people weren't here like Kanariooo? Kanariooo was at the event and just didn't make it on to the next stage. Oh, you watched the British Grand Prix? I heard it was a great finish. Great finish there. Is anyone here with me today? Nope, just me, myself, and the basement. Let's see. Can't stay for long. Oh, thanks, George, for popping that like button. Mustafa saying, I hope Surgical Goblin wins. Where do I get my Clash Royale merch? From Supercell. Strong move there. With the R stands for Rich Slayton. I like that. Let's see. Today be the best moment in CRL. In CR, I promise Morten will win Surge by 1 HP. Strong prediction there. Very, very strong prediction there. Mohammed Light is not in this. Let's see. I'm sorry you had to ditch your vacation with your son, but I'm happy you are casting today. Yeah, I was really excited to be able to bring him. Slayton Jr. and I were going to go and do a bunch. Hey, whoa, look at this. Hold on. Hold on, folks. Please hold. Please hold here. Please hold. Give me 1 second, folks. Well, it looks as though we have a feed, everybody. I don't know what music they're playing. Bashar, maybe. Dual mode BO3? I believe so. What if he's... People are like, so why, Ujwal, why would you be a good part of our marketing company? And you go, well, let me answer that question for you. I would be great for this company because there are things that I do that you just can't do. And they're like, can you please take it down a notch? That's really, really intense. And you're like, take it down a notch, I will, right? Even throw the reverse thing on it. And it gets in there like, okay, you're now fired because you talk like a caster, and that's very frustrating. I enjoy imagining that interview. Let's see. Today, Royale Masters. Yes, but I am not casting Royale Masters. That will be Andrew Guy and Joshua AC Sharon. Oh, you know what I do, Royales I need to do? Uno momento, por favor. I need to, with the little windowed projector so that I always can see when we are going back to gameplay. Little trick of mine when I'm casting from a clean feed. I'll give you guys a little trick. I can't show you my screen here right now, but a little trick of what I do is the scene in OBS that has the clean feed, I do a pop-out window of that scene and put it as always on top and put it up in the corner of my screen so that when I'm here, I don't accidentally miss when we're going to gameplay, and I can go, oh, look, there's gameplay, and I hit the button, and then we're in. So there you go. Rich, do you normally talk to the I mean... Okay, the closer we get to the middle of stuff, like this is kind of how I normally talk. I'm projecting more to be a little bit more, whatever, entertaining or more clear, but the way I am top of show, like, hello, welcome to Clash Royale, I don't talk like that. I talk more like this most of the time, so there you go. Let's see. Did you go to commentary school? I mean, unless you count casting local mixed martial arts fights for $150 for like 2 days of work. Throughout my early 20s. I guess that was my version of school for commentary, right? Was working local commentary gigs for very little money. Music a little loud. Okay, let me pull that music down. Let me pull that music down a bit then. Let's pull that music down a bit. Let's see. One of these days, they'll start playing Clash Royale, from what I've been told. 4th place wins sadness and depression. I mean, also some money. But, yeah. They also get to have a great trip. They get to go to Spain and hang out with their friends and do fun stuff. Let's see, over on Twitch. There's no golden ticket on the line, asks Razio in Twitch. It's just cash. So there is, winner gets 5,000 euros. That's no joke. But no, winner gets cash. But there's no golden ticket on the line for this one. Let's see. E-Giant needs 7% buff and mirror plus 3 levels, not 2. It would be the best meta. You're crazy. That was in that wonderful, wonderful trolley statement there. That's a school of hard knocks. Yeah. No, I mean, literally. It was fun. I mean, in my in my 20s into my early 30s, I was regularly commentating local mixed martial arts fights. I would sit cage side. It was super fun. But yeah, I would do about 10 hours of prep for each show, and then the show day was like 10 to 12 hours, and I would get paid $150. But it's how I learned. It's how I cut my teeth. I mean, I was already pretty decent at it from the start, but I learned a lot about it over time. There's no prize for 4th place on the prize chart. There's no prize for 4th place. Let's go back and look. 4th place gets nothing. You get nothing, 4th place. How dare you, 4th place, even try? Oh, you might as well throw your phone in a river rather than get 4th place. All right. Let's see. Rich, why are you so handsome? Product, mostly. Why are they not starting? It's mostly just to troll you, specifically, Pretzel. It's to make you uncomfortable is why they're not starting. I just got word from Dreamhack. They're like, we know Pretzelzamon wants it to start really bad, so we're not going to start yet. Why the 2 hours delay? Long time no offline events, huh? No, they were waiting for we had to wait for like a ton of time for a team fight tactics event to finish, because apparently somebody plays and watches team fight tactics. Richard, the best commentator of the world. Thank you. Who you got winning it all? Good question. Not me, though. Hello, Rick. I'm from Indonesia. Dope. Nice beard. Thank you. When is it starting? Never. We're just doing this for 2 days straight. I mean, it's going to be a 48-hour stream of me answering questions of when the stream starts. When the game starts. Let's see. Are they building a new stage? It certainly feels like it. Rich, start commentating FIFA football tournaments would be recognized throughout the world. I used to play. You're actually looking at the reigning, defending, undisputed 2-time back-to-back Comedy Store FIFA tournament champion. So, I have some FIFA experience. Let's say. Shade is saying that in the chat, the stream for the other game. Yeah, no, I'm not going to that game and telling them that their game is not worth watching. I'm excited for the mini P.E.K.K.A season. I don't really play mini P.E.K.K.A. Have you ever rode a dolphin? No. I had to think about that one, but no, I have not. Can I enter? Not this one, but not anymore because this one's already past that, but you can enter other tournaments like this one. Follow at Esports Royale EN on Twitter. Go to esports.clashroyale.com on the interwebs, and you can find out all the information you need there. Do I watch Kill Tony? No, I've been on it twice, and I know Tony. Do the analysts give them water and a massage in the match and offline events? That really should be 95% of their job, to be honest. Let's see. I didn't get that from Dr. Respect. No, I had that on my Twitter, on my Instagram bio before I knew who Dr. Respect was, because I didn't really know who he was until like 2 years ago. Who's your favorite player today? Probably Morten. I love Morten. He's great. He's so cool. Super fun to watch. Rich, does all the comments show up on screen? Only the ones that I choose. Yeah, only the ones I choose. Unrelated question while we wait. Apex, what rank are you grinding for this season? It's hard to diamond for the split. I am barely playing Apex this season. I made diamond last season, and then I just haven't had time to play. I've had zero time. I am insanely busy, so I have not played at all since I got here to California. Let's see. Let me go look at Twitch for a second. They've been neglected. TFTOP says a guy who I might have to ban from the chat for that. I will go make coffee, then come back. Yep, that's a good call. Is Mo Light winning this again? No, Mo's not in this one, so we will have a tournament that Mo will not win. I'm very excited about that one. Let's see. Why is there no Mohammed Light? He's too busy winning other things, I guess. Your prediction, who will finish #1 this season? Probably Andrew Guy. That's my guess. Let's see. Hey, you got 88,000 views on your channel by uploading CR videos. Cool. I hope none of them were mine. I used to be much nicer about finding out someone was uploading my content on their YouTube channel, and now I just insta send a channel strike. So, just as a warning to everybody here, if you're taking content from my channel and putting it on your channel, I'm just insta striking you on YouTube now. I used to be like, hey, let's work this out. Please take it down. Let me give you a warning. Nope. Now I just drop the hammer. So, because people take stuff from my channel a lot. Let's see. Currently best deck rather than E-Giant. I don't actually know right now. Congrats on 80K. Did I hit 80K or I thought I was still at 79,700 something. I thought I was almost to 80K. Yeah, Rich is a savage. Yeah, dude, don't if you're taking content from my channel and using it on your own channel, you're really taking money out of my pocket. So, yeah, no, I'm not nice about it anymore. Now I'm just like, nope. There's a cool little button inside the back of YouTube where I can go, hey, oh look, you took your video's 100%, just my video, bing, and now you get a strike on your channel, and maybe your channel gets banned. So there you go. I am at 8.2K, and I'm now gonna push soon. Yeah, start a YouTube, dude. Go for it. Take a swing, see what happens. Have I met Morten in real life? If not, so yeah, of course. The first 2 years of CRL were live in person, 2018, 2019. So yeah, spent a lot of time with Morten. Had dinner with him. Good dude. Scale of 1 to 10. How was Brandon Schaub's last special? You didn't give me any negative numbers. Let's see. Are you still playing Apex Mobile? A little bit, although now I'm playing a game called T3 Arena a ton, which is super fun. I'm actually putting some T3 Arena content on my second channel. Slayton Mobile Gaming is my second channel. Let's see if I actually have that link for y'all real quick. T3 Arena is like my new other game that I'm playing besides Clash. It's kind of like a combination of Brawl Stars and Overwatch, and I've been playing it a ton. And I'm starting to put more content for that on my second channel, like occasionally. I don't do a ton of content on there, but let's see. Do I have? Let me see if I can get the link for this. There you go. Here's a little. As long as you're waiting for stuff, here's a little trick shot that I put up on my second channel as I'm starting to play more T3 Arena. There you go. Wow, are they ever going to play? Let me message again. Any updates? I've asked them again if we're gonna start anytime soon. Over on Twitch, Frost Dust coming in with his 8 months of subs. Killer. Well done. Thank you, sir. What is your best hummus recipe? I actually have a really good one. I'll post it someday. We should have an event where 16 CRL casters compete for Golden Ticket and Moonlight and Mookie can host. Well, then you'll have a silent broadcast because neither of those guys will do an interview. Apparently the players are ready. I don't know what that means. If you're looking for the bracket on Twitch, that's not the correct bracket. Let me see if I can. Let me go ahead and grab the bracket link for you guys. I think I have it somewhere. Oh, hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. There's the stage. And look at who's sitting right below the camera. Surgical Goblin right there, and Bale. Hey, Serge, turning around and giving us a little wave. And looks like on stage, looks like it's Lucas and Ruben, I think, from where I am, from what I can see. So we'll see if this is what's happening. I see Jose VTS there in his tribe jersey. This is being held in Valencia, Spain, for those of you who are curious. Oh, that can't be Ruben. You got to buy. I wonder if they're just testing? Let's see. Let me see who Lucas is up against in the first round. Give me 1 second. 1 second, folks. Let me see if I can find the bracket link and share it with y'all real quick. And then if there's a mod over on Twitch, if you could replace the bracket there, that would be great. Here's the bracket link. None of the brackets filled out. I don't know why. Probably because Dreamhack is trying to figure out how to produce things. This is fun to see people taking pictures together. Who just took a picture with who? Who is that in the? Who's that in the shirt? Is that KV? I think that's Kavalifar. Having people take pictures with him, the coach of SK Gaming. But I haven't seen him turn around yet. They're all just one by one going and getting. I'm gonna play this one. Here we are live at Clash All-Stars as maybe, not entirely sure who that was, someone getting pictures taken with them by a bunch of young Spanish Clash Royale fans who have front row seats. They each paid approximately between 15 and 2,000 euros for those seats. Just an estimation. I literally have no idea what it costs to attend this event. As you can see, they finished their photos. Now they're sitting down. And now across the arena, you can see someone kind of walking behind Lucas. Lucas's hair, iconic. You can see it from so far away. The greatest hair in the game. Luxurious. I've heard he uses Pantene Pro V. Unconfirmed rumors, but I've heard that is the chosen hair of people who have great long hair. Across from him in an Adidas shirt. Have to believe that's Ruben. I know Ruben isn't playing the first round. We can go ahead and even take a look at the bracket for 1 second. Let me go ahead and bring up the thumbnail version of the bracket for a second. Maybe that's Vitor. That could be Vitor here. Someone saying Sweep hair is greater than Lucas's hair. Sweep has better piercings because he's the only one who has piercings. But I think that Lucas has more luxurious hair than Sweep. Didn't Sweep also cut his hair and like bleach it and do a bunch of like things you do in the 90s too? I don't remember what happened to Sweep's hair. Hold on, trying to reframe some of these things. Well, okay, so here's what we know. Here's what we know, folks, is that there are people in the same room together. They are there. Some of them have phones. There are screens. There are lights. There are even folding chairs. Guys, there are even folding chairs. What we don't know is if they will ever play Clash Royale and put it on a screen for us to watch. So I'll be here with you folks to take you through what might be the single greatest delay in Clash Royale history. Did you guys know that in 2018, Andrew Guy and I had to stall for an hour during World Finals while they dealt with a League operations issue because League Ops had not planned for a specific issue and did not communicate in English to the players from North America? Well, this delay has been longer than that, although I have not been vamping that entire time. I kept us off stream for a long time, so we didn't get... Hey, look, there's Kanariooo, new haircut, bottom right-hand side of your screen. Kanariooo looking like a footballer with that haircut. Or maybe a member of a new Spanish boy band. Either way, Kanariooo in the building. Sitting very far away from his former teammate. You can see the back of Sergio's head still in the middle near the bottom. So this is a thing that is happening. 2019 World Finals did not have the longest delay. Maybe some of the other one, maybe some of the earlier parts of it. Poll. Here's a poll for you, channel. Will they play Clash Royale? Here you go. Here's a poll for you on YouTube. Curious to see what your thoughts are. Will they play Clash Royale is the poll. So far, 60% of you say no. I'll keep you guys updated as those poll results come in. Lucas stretching it a little bit. As you guys might know, Clash Royale, a physically tasking game. And if you don't properly stretch your arms specifically, make sure your core is loose, you could risk pulling a finger. 53% now say no to will they play Clash Royale. There's a yes, but actually no. Where's the yes, but actually no option? And now someone did half a Fortnite dance for the camera. Can we have that man removed from the arena just for the cringe? You guys know I support cringe heavily. And that looks like it's CuchiCuu heading to the stage. That's who I think that is. Again, we are just sitting on this wide shot. Forever. What if they start playing and this is how we watch it? They just put Clash Royale up on that screen there where the trophy is, but they don't actually give us the gameplay. All right, well, I'm going to end this poll here, and the results are 50-50. Half of you say that there's going to be gameplay, and half that they're going to play Clash Royale, and half of you say they will not. Back with Coffee still didn't start, says Napim. Yep. And that looks, again, let me take a look. Oh, hey, look, there are our Spanish casters. Well, I guess we'll come back here now. That was fun to watch all that room happen. Did you guys see any chairs that you liked, or did you see a haircut you considered getting? Any of that sort of stuff? Like the stream with Angry Face. Angry Face liked the stream. Thank you very much. Wait, who's out on the side? Compress? He was playing with Lucas. Yeah, I think that's going to be Vitor. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Yeah, such a relaxed environment. Everyone's just going to the stage when they want to. Yeah. Yeah, not a lot of security at this one. Sync the audio with cam, please. I think that's on your end. I think that it's all pretty synced. I haven't heard any other issues here. The chairs look very comfy, definitely worth the €2,000 entry fee. I agree. Ooh, let's go back. Oh, we have our wide-angle shot back. Let's go back to our wide-angle shot. And as you can see here, there's the trophy, folks. That's the trophy that one of them will win. It's tall. It has a crown on it. It says U, which is for Universi, which I believe is the what this event is. There's no audio from the clean feed now, but, you know, what we do have is a wonderful handheld shot. Oh, and there we go. Back to Revel and Drexen. I wonder if I should just put my camera, like, green screen myself into the side of it and not even be switching back and forth. This is a day, folks. But you know what? I'm here for it with you. Unless they don't start for another, like, half an hour, and then I'm going to call it, and I'm going to go and play Frisbee. And you guys can watch in Spanish. I never see you play Clash Royale, Rich. Good. It's not worth watching. How are you finding Firkin in esports? He's not playing that much in esports. Mandatory notifications. I still missed the stream. What did I miss? You've missed 0 things, Einfish. You've missed absolutely nothing. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you've missed 0 stuff. Because, oh, here we go. Maybe we have a little bit of a explanation of the show here now. This has been the phases so far for this event. Classification or qualifying phase was our first phase. Then we had a top 16 that then now got us to here. So here we are. We might be getting into the game here soon, folks. And I for one, am thoroughly excited for that to happen. And looks like we are also live in the Clash Royale app now. So welcome, everybody. If you're joining up, I'm Rich Slayton. This is the Clash All-Stars Universi Tournament, live from Valencia, Spain. Dreamhack with 12 big-time stars playing Clash Royale face-to-face. And I'm excited for them to begin. It's been a bit of a delay. This is scheduled to start almost 3 hours ago. But we are now here, and we're here together. And you know what? I'm just glad we get to share this moment. Furkan has not been playing a bunch, but Aslan has been playing well. Yes, yeah, Aslan from Turkey just qualified for CRL World Finals. So that's super exciting. People coming from these to come watch chairs with us, yeah. Rich trying to upgrade. I don't know what that means. You're getting a tan, Rich. Yeah, I've been out in the sun a whole bunch, folks. I've been out in the sun quite a bit this summer. I'm enjoying it. I've been out in the sun more than that trophy. That trophy has not seen the sun yet. But will it? Will the winner pick up that trophy and run with it outside? But also, will it be nighttime by the time that happens? Because it's in Spain. And they'll run outside and then there will still be no sun. Will that Clash Royale trophy ever see sun? I don't think so. I don't think it will ever happen. Let's see. Rich, the best man of CR, thank you very much. Where's Mohammed Light? I'm thinking he's in Egypt, more likely than not. I don't know if where he lives in Egypt, but I think he is in Egypt. You love Bill Burr's comedy? Yeah, Bill Burr's very funny. Let's see. Surgical Goblin, interesting way to say it. Rate the trophy from 1 to 10. Purple. You make me smile. Aw, you're so sweet. Let's see. It's only this. Yeah, this is the only a top 16 Swiss bracket before. That's how they got to our top 12 qualifiers. And look, there's Drexen and Revel. We'll come back over to me now. And how's your day been? It's been a day so far. I was up early to cast this, and I could have slept in. But I'm excited to be here. I just want this game. I just want it to start. I want to see these people look each other in the eye. I want them to BM and then turn and like shake their fists at each other, or make a more obscene gesture. Who knows? But I want to see this. I'm excited to see people play in person. Rich, you look scary with those glasses. I'm not a very scary person, but my jiu-jitsu is all right. And my left kick, my Muay Thai, I have a pretty strong left kick. So, 50-50. How you want to take that out? Is that an Avengers logo on your sunglasses? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. These are, check it out. These are the Avengers edition. They have a whole Marvel Avengers line that's coming out right now. I'll be debuting a bunch of them today. And these are the Black Widows. Look at those. All that cool Black Widow stuff on the side. Right? These are pretty fire. So I'm pretty stoked about them. I'll be showing off a couple more today. Let's see. Rip Techno and Morten is scary. This is why we are. I don't know what you're talking about. Where'd you get your Clash Royale shirt? From Supercell. I want Riley to play. Is Riley 16 yet? Why are you not casting in Royale Masters? I was supposed to be on a vacation this weekend, had to cancel it, which is why I'm casting here today. Oh, look at this. Here we go. Folks, we have our first game, Lucas and Vitor. Live and in person. Former teammates on Pain Gaming. I guess Lucas went all the way to Spain from Brazil for this? Well, good for him. And Giant Skelly Hog Rider out of Vitor. While Lucas running a Mortar GY variant. The bats make it feel like it's more like Mortar Miner. There you go. There's the Mortar Miner. So guards, Tesla. What are your thoughts here on the matchup, chat? Feels like Lucas has pretty solid ways to take care of the hog. The Valk's going to be kind of a weird... I guess the Valk is going to be nice. You can counter and set up stuff if guards cross the bridge. Lucas does cycle a little bit faster here because of that giant skeleton being in Vitor's hand. Vitor has, I believe, the slightly faster, especially 3-card cycle once we get into using champions. But Lucas overall slightly less heavy deck here as the EQ cycle begins for Vitor, and Tesla comes down really low here to play against that miner. Russian BMX crew saying snowball plus bats completely counter hog. And that's an early mortar down on defense. Bats high. Fire Spirit's not going to clear him out in time for the hog to hit, I don't believe. Yep. Sound a little bit scuffed coming in from production here. Snowball to try to predict the guards out of Lucas. I would turn the sound up, but I do hear a little scratchiness coming from the production. I'm going to keep the sound a little bit low here, folks. Hog to the right-hand side, high mortar. Archer Queen takes care of business, though. And that hog not going to get there courtesy of the guards. Minute 40 left. And you see Lucas kind of shaking his head there. Here's going to be the biggest X factor today. Is what is it like for these players playing live on stage in front of an audience? We know that Ruben, Morten, and Surgical Goblin all have plenty of experience playing in live events in front of a crowd. And maybe that's part of why Surge at 5-1. Maybe some players have experienced nerves playing live in front of a crowd. We know that nerves are a challenge for both of these guys, Lucas and Vitor. And they are definitely having some trouble with the gameplay feed. Miner in. Poison did not get that tower. That's crazy. Down to a second poison now. And minute 40 left, and now Lucas has an interesting problem. He's up against Log EQ with a faster 3-card cycle once the Archer Queen is on the board. The big difference being he can get miners on tower. Vitor putting the Giant Skeleton on the right-hand side, just forcing expenditure. That's a lot here, too. That's a lot spent. Log through, EQ through. I'm surprised that Vitor didn't play Archer Queen to get that faster cycle in. Hog plus Log, and there's no way. That's going to be a very clean win here for Vitor. And that's where things got really difficult, is later in the game. GG, well played. Curious on everyone's thoughts here on the matchup. Because I really thought that that was going to be Lucas's matchup early in the game, and then Vitor's matchup late game. And that's kind of what we saw. Although not quite getting it is Lucas. So I think we're going to stay here and kind of take a look at these players for a moment. Oh, I guess we're not. Okay. EQ destroys Mortar in 3. Hard counter for Vitor, says Lucas Stout. Vitor pulled through by just spamming the EQ log hog by helping to clog up the lane with the Giant Skeleton. When's the next game? Hopefully in moments. Definitely thought Lucas had a matchup there. I think Lucas had the matchup early, and if Lucas had been able to get enough of a lead, like if Lucas had been able to get a lead in single and double, I think in triple elixir is where that gets really difficult for him. And we saw that at the end. Lucas needed a minor chip to win and not any hog hits, to be honest. Really hard matchup. Yeah. There are lots of ways to prevent the hog hits, though, between the mortar and then snowball plus DPS. GTA 6 saying, I think Lucas threw by spamming the double poison. Well, keep in mind, the first poison didn't hit the tower. That's maybe the craziest part here, is the first poison didn't hit the tower. And how impactful can that be? Right? If you have a poison that doesn't even hit the tower, Well, that's going to be a problem. Let's see. How to get rewards. Sign up for a new Wells Fargo card, I think. Let's take a look at their faces here as they're getting ready. League Ops telling Vitor to get ready. Lucas going through his decks. And I wonder how they work with their analysis. Like, how do they communicate with analysts during this? This is a very different ballgame, right? We're seeing players play without being on, without being able to have someone watching a second screen, right? There's a lot of X factors here that I think maybe we'll find out might have been crutches for some of these players, and that honestly might end up being an X factor if CRL World Finals are offline entirely. Might end up being an X factor of some of the players that we've seen succeed so much this year, like Mo, right? Is when you don't have the extra information of a second screen where you can see the elixir of your opponent or someone counting that elixir for you in your ear, and you're not able to directly work with your analyst coach like game by game, how does that change your ability to perform in these situations? That's fascinating. That's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. If your expert guess how long will this last? Probably forever. This is going to be an all-day thing now, and it was supposed to be 4 hours long. I'm super not stoked about that portion of it. Shout out to Reg Jr. Thank you very much. That's right. No live coaching, right? No live coaching. No seeing the elixir. Like, this is going to be interesting. What's a good replacement for Archer Queen? Golden Knight. All right, let's go. Yeah. Let's go ahead and jump into our next game. Lucas running kind of the newer variation of drill with the giant skeleton. This has been getting more popular lately. Let me see if the audio's not scuffed anymore. I'm turning gameplay audio up a little bit here. Good Magic Archer value here. And that's a lot of Magic Archer value. That Magic Archer ran roughshod over that left-hand tower, and Lucas out to a big lead here. Plus he has a Royal Ghost on the board. And Skeletons get there late, so damage comes in. Why can't CRL be exclusively online? It will help players come with nerves a lot. If nerves are part of the game, I would love it if all of CRL was offline and in person, as it once was. Nerves are anyone can do something without nerves. You gotta get over nerves. So getting into double elixir time. And Lucas so far, strong control here. 1358 left-hand side, 2090 on the right-hand lane. Cycles his Royal Ghost in the back corner. This Mortar Drill combo is fascinating. Lucas starting to really get control of the board. A lot down right now. Drill to the inside from Lucas. And that Golden Knight should get a connection and a big one. Yeah, it's a big one. King Tower activation doesn't mean anything right now. That's going to be tower down, left-hand lane. GG, well played. We're going to game 3, folks. Vitor going to have to regroup. I love that we get to really watch these guys on these cameras this time. You know, it's interesting seeing Vitor play with his hands below the desk. Lucas playing like up on top of the desk. I always like watching the body language of players. So Lucas wins game 2, and they're popping the victory screen up here. They do know we have to do a game 3, right? They do know that. Well, they have no backing music. I'm going to come over here now. Let's see. Game 3, LMAO. Yeah. How are we doing, Rich? Any 4th of July plans? Nope, they got canceled. Let's see. All these low elixir decks. Yeah, that's top players typically play a lot of Cycle. If I were in their place, I might automatically lose because of my sweaty hands. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Rich, you making this lit? I'm here. I'm here with you guys. That's the top and bottom of it. And I see currently almost 2,000 of you here. I hope you're enjoying it over on YouTube, and those of you join us on Twitch as well. If you haven't yet subscribed on YouTube, go ahead and give me a little sub there. Let's go back to they have the bracket up now. So as you can see, here's what's happening today. Bob versus Vili, Game Freak and Ligon, Michifu and Red. Right now we're at the first of our round of 12, Vitor and Lucas. And look at the big names waiting for everyone in round 2. Surgical, Goblin, Ruben, Morten, and Bale. Going to be a whole lot of fun today, folks. We'll be here for all of it. And if you are just joining and have not yet, subscribe to the channel. Throw a little love. This is the most fun place for Clash Royale esports. Have all the best Clash Royale esports stuff coming to you right here. And we are, yes, on that. Christian saying get rich 100K. That's the goal. That's the push we're trying to make this year. We are currently at, I actually don't know. What am I at? Let's check. Let me go check on my phone right now and figure out how many subscribers do I currently have on this YouTube app. 79,833. Wow, we are under 200 subs away from 80,000, from 80K on YouTube. So if you're watching, hit the sub button. Turn on the notifications. Come back a whole lot. We do this a bunch. Usually it's not delayed 3 hours, but we do this a bunch. Really fun place for you to hang out and watch some Clash Royale. Morten is the GOAT, says Lois with a €2 super chat. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Let's see. When was the qualifiers played? Qualifiers were 2 days ago. Yesterday was the Swiss bracket stage. And yesterday, Serge and Morten both went 5-1 in the Swiss bracket stage. The Swiss bracket stage. Lucas's gameplay has improved significantly in the last 2 years from S tier to God tier. I think that he probably was at his best last year. He's been kind of quiet so far this year. Have to admit, been a little bit quiet so far this year. Why they haven't seemed very passive? I don't know what you mean. I do hope that they speed up getting into gameplay though. Let's see. Anaban is my favorite player, someone wrote. What? Is this channel connected to CRL? I mean, a lot of CRL stuff is on this channel, and I am one of the casters for CRL. I'm Rich Slayton. That's my name right below here. You can follow me on things, including subscribing right here. Let's see. Oh, getting a look at the players. We might be jumping in here in a second. We might actually be jumping in here in a second. What are the standings right now? None. We just started. There are no standings. This is the beginning. Lucas looking grim. Here we go. Game 3. This is a single elimination tournament, folks, so loser is done. They're out forever. Vitor splitting wall breakers behind King Tower. Interesting. I don't totally understand that maneuver. That's an interesting choice from my perspective. I'm going to do one thing here, folks. Let me go ahead and try to see if I can... I'm trying to see if I can get more audio out of this. Give me a second. Let me see if I can... Nope, audio's already turned up all the way. So that's just on their end that they have game sounds real low. Let me go ahead and I'm going to message production, see if we can get... I have game sounds turned up all the way on my end. I'm going to see if we can get game sound up. I'm messaging production right now. Because that's real quiet game sounds. It feels like minor wall breakers are pretty much out of the... I know people are still playing them, but I don't see minor wall breakers being super successful a lot these days. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I believe this is dual format. That's kind of the whole jam here. Now wall breakers split up high. Fireball going to be a real issue for Vitor throughout this one. Both players get a little bit loose here with the spell play. Into double elixir time now, and Lucas currently holding on. And that's what I'm talking about loose. You're playing against wall breakers. Hunter now way in front. That's kind of a Hunter hanging on the edge here. Fisherman to pull the Magic Archer, and now we'll see. I believe Lucas is playing Royal Giant. Nothing else would really make sense here. Inferno Tower going to be a bit of a challenge. And there we go. Royal Giant in, second Inferno Tower down. And the big problem here is Lucas doesn't really have any other great way to get on tower. He's not going to win a big spell cycle game here. He's up against a faster deck. That Inferno Tower should... Oh, Fisherman actually gets the tower here. Fisherman actually gets the tower on the left-hand side. Big problem there for Vitor. That was a lot of damage from the Fisherman, way more than you should be taking. Vitor just took what felt like an advantage in lots of ways, and it got turned right around on its head. 1808, 1514, the numbers on Vitor's towers. And Lucas seems to have him pretty well locked down. Neither wall breaker connects, and now Lucas setting up with the Royal Giant in the back. Fisherman plus Hunter up high. So still going to require a little bit of work out of Vitor. Lucas should be back to his Inferno Tower here again, but unless he gets a big wall breaker connection, I don't really see how Vitor gets back in here. Now Royal Giant stacks. Skeleton's making a big problem. NATO to pull back. RG connects on the left-hand side. Not on the right. Doesn't matter. Log comes in. 12-13 remaining. 40 seconds left. Vitor has to get like a great Magic Archer connection. Right, he played the Magic Archer on the left to deal with those zappies, but he's not going to win a minor wall breaker game. He has to get a big Magic Archer connection to even have a shot here. He fireballs at the bridge. Now, you got a miner, you got a wall breaker, you got a Magic Archer, and NATO. That's the only way Vitor wins this. Fireball in, Magic Archer, NATO, but he cannot get the connection. Zappies go too high, and that's GG. He could have gotten a good 4 to 6 shots out of that Magic Archer and then had the fireball for that right-hand tower. But nice zappies up high. When the NATO pulled back, you saw a good pickup there by Lucas. And there you go. Hug between teammates. These guys definitely are friends. They've been teammates and friends for a long time. And a lot of these guys seen each other in person for the first time ever, which is also pretty cool. Let's go ahead and see if my replay situation is working today. Let's go ahead and throw that up here. This should be the final moments here. Yep. So here you go. You're gonna see the Magic Archer come in. The NATO pulls back, but when the NATO pulls the Zappy back, Magic Archer changes direction, and that's just a GG well played. That Magic Archer got enough shots that it really could have changed that game, but unfortunately for Vitor, not going to be enough. So there we go. Is this an invitational event, says Mr. Bacon, because a lot of retired pros here. Yeah, a lot of retired pros here. And take a look at this. I don't speak Spanish,
Clash Royale,
but that's that's the CCGS World Champion Sergio Ramos interviewing Lucas. I've actually never heard Lucas's voice before.
Escuché un poco de música, las músicas que generalmente escucho ya en casa antes de la competencia para que me quede más confiado.
I wish I could translate this. Unfortunately, I know zero Spanish. But I'm telling this, Lucas's voice is deeper than I thought.
Gracias a todos. Eso es todo.
No, pues nada, muchas felicidades, Lucas. Esperemos seguirte viendo por ahí, a ver qué más sacas y nada, veamos qué sigue.
I really should have learned Spanish in high school. I took French, and I also don't know French. So that's kind of a two-part problem. Well, there you go. There's the interview. If you speak Spanish, then congratulations. You got a nice little insight into what Lucas was thinking there. If you don't speak Spanish, well, you can join me in having no idea what was talked about there. I guess I like to imagine that the interview question had nothing to do with Clash Royale. And so Sergio Ramos was like, hey, Lucas, do you prefer In-N-Out or McDonald's? And Lucas goes, well, we don't have In-N-Out in Brazil, so it has to be McDonald's. And Sergio Ramos says, but have you ever tried the fries at In-N-Out? And Lucas says, no, I just said that there's no In-N-Out in Brazil. So McDonald's is my answer, and this interview is over. That's how I think that interview went, because I don't speak Spanish. That's what I think probably happened. He said, Juan says, oh, thank you, Juan, with some translation. He said, if it come to listen to music and the normal listen to it at home, and that helped his nerves. Okay, cool. Thank you, Juan. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Wonderful. Thanks, everyone in the chat, for helping with the translation. I took French, and it did none of that stuck either. So there you go. And was that in Portuguese? I didn't know that Sergio Ramos spoke Portuguese. Cool. They are in Spain, and Sergio Ramos is from Mexico, so I assumed they were speaking Spanish. It sounded like Spanish here. I wasn't listening that closely. Let's see. How many pairs of sunglasses do you own? Like 40. Like 40 or something. I'll do a count one day. Let's see. You're welcome, Rich. Thank you, Juan. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It was slightly broken Spanish from Lucas. Well, better than my Spanish. So there you go. Well played. Let's take a look at the bracket that they're bringing in onto the main feed. You can see Lucas. Oh, whoa, they played a bunch of the early matches already so that we wouldn't delay. Oh, so the broadcast was delayed, but not the gameplay. That makes things a little bit better. So Veely lost to Bob the Rock, but moves on for some reason. Good to know. I'm not really sure what's up with that. I'll ask League Ops about. I'll ask about that. But Surgical Goblin against Veely, I guess, but not Bob. Don't know what happened there. Game Freak loses to Michifu, so Ligon will play against Ruben. Red beat Game Freak loses to Ligon, I mean. And then Michifu goes down to Red, so Red will play Morten. And then you saw Lucas beat Bale, so we will be seeing Lucas beat Vitor. So we'll be seeing Lucas versus Bale here in a few minutes. Michi out. I don't know what's happening with Bob the Rock. I need to go ahead and ask about that. Veely moves on, not Bob, according to bracket. I'll go ahead and I'll get clarification there as soon as I can, folks. Oh, now they move Bob. There you go. That fixed it. Fixed Bob. So Bob the Rock up against Surgical Goblin, Ruben versus Ligon, Morten versus Red, and Bale will face off against Lucas at some time. We'll see what happens. Let's go look at the chat here for a second. Safi with a little Omega Lol over on the Twitch side. The only thing better about offline is when they make a sad face and rage quit their face cam and it freezes. Desperado, I agree with you on that one. So coming up next, is this going to be the Bob versus... Let's take a look at this. Let me just jump in here. I think it's going to be Bob versus Surgical Goblin next. I don't know who that is talking to Bob right now. That looks like it's Bob's coach, but I don't know that face. So, Bob the Rock, looking like he's pretty calm here. And I believe he's going to be facing off against Morten in a moment. Or not Morten, against Surgical Goblin. This will be fun. The Battle of the Dutchman. Why can't we watch other matches being played? It says Famous Jason. I think that what happened was that while the main event was, the actual stream was delayed, that they decided to keep the first elimination rounds playing so that the actual stream wouldn't be delayed and continue to delay more and more things throughout the day. That's my guess here. There is no second bracket, folks. There is no losers or elimination bracket. This is a single elimination match. So there you go. And there you go. Taking a look at the man, former world champion, former #1 guy in the game, Surgical Goblin playing Clash Royale live on stage again. I can really only hope that Surge and Morten keep on winning and we get a final of Morten versus Serge. That's what I think we're all hoping for. Hoff the Great saying that same thing. Sheesh, saying John Ketchum. Really hoping that Surgical Goblin beats Bob here. That's really the one thing that I think we all want to see that one. In my opinion, who's the greatest of all time? Mohammed Light. There's not really a debate there, in my opinion. Serge is the number 2 now, but what Mo's doing right now is too crazy. It's just too crazy. Let's go take a look. As we're waiting for this, let's do a little update and see how close we are to that 80K. Oh, never mind. Here we go. Gameplay. And let's see if they've increased this down here. Bob playing on Dr. Johnson III, looking like he's going to be playing 3M Pump Mirror Cycle, I believe. As Surgical Goblin comes out with pigs, maybe looking fireball bait out of Surge. Interesting choice here out of Bob. I'm seeing again about the game sound, see if we can get up, because I have it turned up all the way on my end. And the game sound is still super, super low. So I'm trying to get that fixed for y'all. Golden Knight does not connect, courtesy of the high Golden Knight. Out of Surgical Goblin. Turns on the dash. E-barbs to pick up. Surge has not fireballed that pump, which he probably is playing fireball here, so it makes me think he just wants to go ahead and eat the elixir disadvantage early. He knows as soon as he fireballs it, by the way, that he's also going to get mirrored. So that's a tough call on his part. 2 pumps down now for Bob. Surge needs to win this within the opening 3 minutes. He cannot get into triple elixir with Bob in this situation. Keep in mind that Bob has no big spell. He just has all the elixir a person could imagine. Heal Spirit does give a little extra to that Muskie, and those E-barbs doesn't matter as the Bar Barrel and the 6-man comes out and takes care of business. A nice little Golden Knight dash to put pressure in both lanes now out of Surgical Goblin, plus the Recruit, and that's a lot of damage here. Both sides now in real trouble. Surge still not playing what I assume is his fireball. And that was a crazy Golden Knight dash here against those Recruits. Recruits now out of cycle as the Elite Barbarians come in with still a healthy level 13 Musketeer, level 13 E-barbs in front of that now. This might run right through to that right-hand tower. Surge very low on elixir. E-barbs now do get away. Fireball has to come out. Golden Knight gonna dash, and that's gonna be tower. Wow! Wow, what an ending for that one. What a crazy ending there for that one. Unbelievable. And that was the big problem. Surgical Goblin just never really able to take care of those pumps. And just like that, let's take a look at the ending here. So you see, Surgical Goblin way, way ahead in this matchup. Miles ahead, indeed. But as the pumps begin to stack, the elixir advantage gets to be too great. And once those level 13 E-barbs come down, there's just no way to stop this at this point. Surgical Goblin way too low on elixir. GG, well played. And big first win there for Bob the Rock, as now you see Surgical Goblin consulting with, I don't know who that is coaching him, but consulting with, I believe that was his coach. They are getting themselves the ability to coach, I guess, between games here, very briefly. I'm going to see if I can get the get some of the data from this. Maybe I can just go here into... Oh, it's no, the API is still a little bit slow behind. So very, very interesting, folks, that that ending there. Bob, look, Bob did the right thing. Serge could not. I told you guys, Serge needed to take care of business before we got too deep into that game. Let's go take a look at that replay one more time. I do want to see how much time there was left. So yeah, let's talk about this. This ends as we go to the end of the game. Surgical Goblin needed to get that tower down earlier. The later you get in this game, the later it becomes difficult to keep up with it. The mirror, this is my big issue, is the mirror is such a problem, right? This mirror, I think, it's like I said, I think I said this the other day, it's been fun while it lasted, but I don't think mirror should still be as strong as it is. I think it's not healthy to have mirror be the version of mirror that it is right now. It's made certain things, and yeah, Serge was playing Fireball. I am double checking the decks now, and he did have Fireball. But what is he supposed to do? Oh yeah, he played it at the end. I forgot that he played it at the end there for a second. Like, he couldn't put Fireball on the pump because he knows immediately he just gets mirrored. So here we go, game number 2, and the not often seen Furnace coming out here. Very curious. I have not seen a lot of Furnace lately, but here it is. Juan Araujo saying Mirror plus Champions is so unfair. It's just unfair. Yeah, I understand that feeling. The Mirror Champions interaction is funky. But especially just like Mirror in general shouldn't be this strong. Pump isn't the problem even. I think Pump would be fine if Mirror didn't exist the way it does. Bob going kind of old school here. This feels a lot like could be Royal Giant. Balloon would be weird with the Baby Dragon, Minion, and Furnace. And Serge taking his time here. And that's why he wanted to kite the Minion back a little bit. Does get one shot on that right-hand tower, 23-36. So Surgical Goblin taking the lead here ever so briefly. Did not get the Skeleton King down in time to take advantage of the Skarmy popping, though. So a tiny little bit of mistiming there. And this is such an interesting old-school variation of Royal Giant. Inferno Tower gets taken out by the Lightning. Drill not back around. Puts the Skarmy down and gets shredded. This is going to be a huge amount of damage here for Bob the Rock. That might even be that's going to be close to tower down. I think he gets one more shot than Baby Dragon. There you go, 437. And now Morten pressures the opposite lane. This is just devastating here for Serge. Drill goes to the inside. This is crazy. Bob is using a deck that has not been popular in play for, I want to say, 3 years now. Since 2019, this deck really has not been competitively viable. And Serge out here getting in trouble with it. Damage here by Surgical Goblin on the right-hand side. He needs to beat out this Lightning. He's not going to block it. He's not going for the Lightning block. Can he beat it out? No, he cannot. All over the tower with Surgical Goblin. Bob the Rock gets the Lightning down. And the player everyone wants to see goes out in the first match of the day. What an interesting deck choice here by Bob. Going old school with it. And it's Surgical Goblin heading out early today. Let me go ahead and see if I can get this replay up and running for you folks. I think I got there in time. Let's take a look and see if I did get the replay, hit the replay button in time. And here we go. Here's the end. All over that tower. No attempt at blocking, and Surgical nearly got that. He nearly got there. Let's look at that one more time. You can see 846, 818, Poison down. Mega Minion not doing much. Skelly's all over it. And those Skellies were just, what were they doing? It looks like they went over and gathered for a picture rather than actually getting on tower here. Touch a little bit here. And man, that was about as close as it could have gotten at the end. So there you have it. Win there for Bob. Bob one-tricks that deck, says J-Man. Yeah, I know he used to play that Royal Giant deck a bunch, but just can't imagine seeing it here. Augusto Xavier saying that Bob knows every matchup with that deck. He's still playing that deck on ladder? I didn't know he was still playing it. Interesting. Let's take a look at the bracket here, folks. Bob the Rock beats Surgical Goblin, so he will not be getting the Surge Morten matchup. Man, we could have had Surgical Goblin versus Ruben potentially, too. Well, let's see if Ruben can get past Ligon. This will be an interesting day today. Saying he should block with wall breakers. That's a hard block. To do wall breakers plus one more troop. Would have been a very, very difficult block to pull off there. I mean, I've gotten like 1 3-drop lightning block in my life, and it wasn't against a pro. It was against some rando. That is fascinating. Guys, you see this message says Eunice. I don't know if is this the actual Eunice? I don't know if it is. Does Surge go to loser's bracket? No, there's no loser's bracket. This is a single elimination tournament. So Surgical Goblin is now out. Here we go into our next round. Hey, gameplay flowing. Here we go. Ruben against Ligon. We're starting to put some pace on today. Oh, Ligon is Nico. Got it. Interesting. Guys, we are at 79,916 subs. About 84 away from that 80K. As the Royal Giant does get pushed back, it will get one shot, does get a second shot. Second shot does get off. 2073 remaining. Nico getting the damage in early. Ruben, okay, everything says that this should be Royal Giant from Ruben. Except for the Skeletons and the E-Spirit. So we could be playing a really fast Royal Giant cycle deck. Ruben does play a decent amount of RG. I wouldn't be 100% shocked if Ruben ended up playing Hog. But it's Royal Giant. Literally as I say that, he drops the Royal Giant. So Ruben playing RG fast. So far, it is Nico out to the lead, 1772 on the right-hand side. Curious about the potential Fish Boy battle here. We'll see how much that happens in the middle of the board. Both guys running log. So you'll see a lot of kind of stuck RGs in the middle here. Dark Prince down. Fisherman goes to goes to a Skeleton. 2 Fish Boys. Can they pull the RG all the way across? And they do. Damage in, though. 1158 on the right-hand side. But 2 Fishermen behind this Royal Giant. What's the big spell here for Ruben? Is he running Fireball? Is he running Lightning? Feels like it might be Lightning because he would have fireballed those Zappies if he'd had it, I believe. And Lightning is kind of funky in this matchup. Not great against Skeleton King. Nico's not really relying on these Mother Witches too much. And of course, the Zappies make it a problem as well. Nimbus Rider coming in. with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Nimbus Rider. You're always down with the big support. Fisherman plus Zappies plus Log plus Tombstone. Just make the breakthrough for Ruben so hard here. And now you see the lightning. That's the good lightning value that Ruben needs. But how often can he get it? Log plus Fisherman, not going to prevent the shot on the right-hand side. That's a big shot there for Nico. 851. Royal Giant, not going to get that first shot here. And probably not going to get any shots here. Should get DPS'd all the way down. Archer Queen trying to hold on here against the Mother Witch, but Mother Witch protected by the Skeleton King ability. This feels like GG right here. Good distraction against the Fisherman of Ruben. Royal Giant gets 1. Log in plus a pig. Does not get 2. 385. Does the pig touch? And it does. That should be it. GG's. Nico just has to defend 1 cycle, maybe get a spell down. And whoa, there we go. Game sounds popping up finally. And there you go. Yeah, I hear the audio crackle as well. I don't know how to, not low, but I'm telling them. Maybe that's why they had game sound so low. And there was just no way back for Ruben in that one. Ligon's account name is Japanese. It means I love you, Nico. Fascinating. I need to speak more languages. Ruben lost no fireball. And that was the big one here. If you're looking at that matchup, Ruben playing Lightning. Lightning was just rough in that matchup. If he'd had fireball, Ruben probably would have won that. If he'd had fireball, Mother Witch would have been no issue. The Zappies would have been no issue. You'd have to make choices, but would have been able to break through. He couldn't break through with Lightning. And that was the big issue. Oh, saying Joker, it means Nico that loves. Got it. Let's take a look at the chat here for a moment. Best channel there is. Thank you, Nimbus Rider. Appreciate it. Having all these pictures is redundant. Yeah, I agree. I didn't make the production. Here we go into our next game. And just straight up early EQ cycle out of Nico. Whoa! There's some game sounds. All right, we finally have good enough game sound, folks. Giant Skeleton can have a nice stack behind it. You know, about 3-4 weeks ago, I would have said, Bomb Tower, what's that doing here? But we've seen Bomb Tower have a bit of a resurgence lately. Does the Hog come back? And it does. Great there for Ruben, who's playing some variation of Drill. This Giant Skeleton version's been popping up lately, folks. If you're a Drill player, this is worth checking out. Now, one of the big keys for Ruben in this match was going to be to abuse this Magic Archer. There's no real way for Nico to get to the Magic Archer in the backfield. Running delivery does make that harder for Ruben because you saw what happened there at the bridge. That was a nice sequence out of Nico on that left-hand side. really force Ruben to spend quite a bit. But now Nico will have a bit of a disadvantage here. Zappies plus Skeleton King, or plus Giant Skeleton on the board. Ruben has more on the board than the Elixir disadvantage right now. And this is part of how CuchiCuu plays, is to make up Elixir disadvantages with good trades, but this feels like a really overwhelming moment. And just like that, Elixir, and not quite damage lead, but Elixir lead goes back to Ruben. So as we go into sudden death overtime, Ruben's starting to get some good control. And finally does NATO to King Tower. And that's going to be significant. Remember that one of the reasons why CuchiCuu's fallen a little bit out of favor, or is struggling, is because of the big nerf to EQ to its tower damage due to the strength of Mirror, which now means that with CuchiCuu you have to get on tower more with Hogs. So what used to be much less significant with that King Tower activation now becomes much more significant in the current meta. The other half of this, though, is that Ruben has to get actual on-tower damage. Nice Magic Archer here out of Ruben. Great Magic Archer. Going to get a ton of value here. Shred City. Golden Knight in. And just like that, Ruben takes complete control of this game. Magic Archer, 1 HP, still on the board. Are you kidding me? That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Let me go ahead and queue up that replay for you, folks. Let's go take a look at the final moments here as the Magic Archer gets the huge connection. Stays on the board for quite a while. Golden Knight dashes in and doesn't quite get the Magic Archer off the board. GG, well played. Ruben takes it. Man, Magic Archers are so satisfying, aren't they? Ruben got his protractor out for this one. Yep, absolutely. Let's see. The chat is so behaved, says Nimbus. Well, be careful. Man, what a crazy day. They cannot use the same. They're playing in dual mode, folks. So no using the same deck twice. That's Snowball. Yeah, Ligo missed the Snowball. Yeah, let's go back, take a look at that replay one more time here at the end. I think that I can get that queued up one more time. And I think that Snowball was, we already missed the Snowball there, right? Did he cycle another one that he misses, or is right before that? I might need to add a few seconds to my replay button. But look at that, Magic Archer just hangs out forever. Forever! All right, here we go to game number 3. And let me take a look at the decks played so far in this matchup. So game number 1, both players playing Royal Giant. Keep in mind, log out for both. Nico played Fireball. Ruben played Lightning in game number 1. Archer Queen out on both sides. Skeleton King available for Ruben. Golden Knight available for Nico. Yes, technically they both could play the Mighty Miner, but unless they're playing double Miner, unlikely to see that. Big thing for that last one, though, is that saved a lot of spell possibilities for Ruben. Ruben only played NATO in that last game, so his spell uses so far only log Lightning and NATO, which does make some of the game playing a little bit harder, I think, from a spell perspective for Nico. Let's take a look at... Oh, let's jump into our game number 3, folks. So Spears out for Ruben. Playing some sort of minor variant, maybe, is the Spaniard. There we go. Oh, they switched sides. Never mind. So Spears out for Nico. My mistake. Oh, no, same side the whole time. So Ruben looking like it's going to be Lava Minor. Nico. Spears make this interesting. It's plus the Mega Minion. Is Nico just playing a minor cycle variation, or does he have a secondary win condition here? Ruben goes right to that Musketeer to get it off the board. I'm going to try to see if he can get a little bit extra, force out some expenditure at least with these skeletons. And Skeleton Drag does connect for one, 25.07 to 22.54. Nico in the lead. And that's a real nice cheap push with the Spears plus Minor. This is nice for Nico. Musketeer's hard to deal with for Ruben. He can mortar right into the same lane. Muskie Spears plus the Mega Minion. So Minor to save the Muskie. Can it do the job? Muskie does go down here. Poison on defense out of Nico. Ruben going to get some damage here, not a ton though. About 400 HP, maybe 350 separating these two as we get into our final 30 seconds. Mortar down, forces Cage in reply. And the Musketeer getting protected nicely. Look at how much Elixir Ruben's having to spend to deal with that Musketeer. Mortar still connects. And Nico just defending the heck out of these mortars at the bridge. Second shot in from the mortar. Ruben just can't catch a break in this matchup. And for reasons I can't explain, the game sounds just suddenly got quieter. I'll bring them back up a bit in my own mix. And now it's Ruben switching lanes. At this very late stage. Keep in mind that as long as the towers aren't down, Ruben's still in this one. I know that's an obvious thing to say. But just with how quickly this deck could come from behind, and just like that, you see it. 1370 on the right-hand side, and Ruben just changed a lot of the conversation here. Has to cleanly defend here on the left. Gonna have to eat that Golden Knight on the right. Won't do too much damage. And in fact, Nico opts not to pop the ability. Smart play. Lots of damage on the left-hand side. Lava to the right-hand side now. Barbs will be handled. Does he get cheeky with the Minor for the Barbs? I thought for a second, maybe, just maybe, that Ruben would get cheeky and support the Barbs rather than the Lava Hound. Has to pick up this Minor. Going to have to go ahead and DPS it instead. Final 45 seconds. Lava Hound in. Musketeer still on the board. Poison high for the Skeleton Dragons. Arrows is enough. Lava Hound on tower now. Skelly Drags do clear off the Spears. Does the Flying Machine connect? Flying Machine does not connect. Picked up by the Minor. 30 seconds left. 598 to 679. Just trying to spam this bridge right now is Ruben. Good pickup with the Minor. Nico reading this one every single time. That Mega Minion holding on. Final 15 seconds. 598, 77, 679 still the mark. Poison beats arrows. Minor has to go somewhere other than the back here for Ruben. Pre-Minor out from Nico. That's a big mistake. Arrows in. Minor on the tower. Minor on the tower. Ruben takes it in the last few seconds. I told you. If Ruben hangs around, if Nico does not get a tower, Ruben can win this thing at any point near the end. And Ruben goes ahead and gets that done. Woo, boy. Ruben, the Spaniard, former world champion, playing like it today. Let's go ahead and take a look at those final moments here. And you can see the pre-Minor. And I guess that my replays are not picking up as much time as I thought. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can adjust my replay. But look at that. Minor in the early, you see Ruben pumping his fist there. Ligo knows he made a mistake. Ruben with the big win here. Let's go. Ruben played lava like bitch spam. Let's go take a look. Let's see if someone can help me out. One of our Spanish speakers can translate here. I'll be quiet.
Costó, ¿no? Costó mucho.
Estuvo muy difícil, la verdad. Fue la segunda matcha bastante complicado. O no, la primera, que los tappers me fastidiaban bastante y yo iba con rayo. Pero bueno, pudimos remontar y muy contento de volver a jugar presencialmente después de 3 años así, que me alegra mucho.
Eso te iba a preguntar. ¿Qué sentís después de, bueno, me dijiste que estás muy contento, pero ampliame un poquito eso. ¿Qué sentís después de tanto tiempo volver a jugar presencial? Porque yo creo que a vos te motivaba mucho, ¿no? Estar en presencial. A ver, ganaste prácticamente todos los presenciales que jugaste en su época y me imagino que...
Sí, a mí me motiva mucho jugar en presencial, que me mire gente y tal. Me gustaba más en equipo, pero bueno, de momento es individual. Y la verdad que juego bien bajo presión y creo que es un punto a favor, así que bien.
Así que nada, ¿cómo ves la compe? Antes, tenemos que seguir rapidito, pero ¿cómo ves la compe? ¿Te ves bien? ¿Tenés grandes jugadores en contra? ¿Te sentís confiado o vamos partido a partido?
No te puedes confiar. Es una competición que cualquier rival que hay te puede ganar, así que no te puedes confiar ni con ninguno.
Bueno, nada, felicitarte nuevamente y volvemos con los casters entonces. Bien jugado.
All right, so I don't know if someone in chat can give us a little translation there. But Ruben with the big-time win. And he'll be moving on. As soon as I have the bracket on up to show you guys, I'll show it. And here I'll go, we'll wait for the bracket. If you want to go see the trophy. Very complicated matchup. He's very willing to play in person. He likes to play in team. But for now, it's individual. You can get confident with any opponent. You can't get confident with any opponent. Got it. You have to be careful. So there we go. Juan Araujo saying, happy to play after 3 years. Motivated to play in front of a crowd under pressure. I like team setup better, but you can't get too confident regardless. All right, perfect. Thanks, guys, for the Spanish translations here. And that's one of the big things, right, is a lot of these players have never played in front of crowds. Ruben has played in front of crowds so much. Morten has played in front of crowds so much. So there's a lot. I'm curious. You know, we saw Bob the Rock beat Surgical Goblin. There was some matchup magic there for Bob in that one. But I'm curious about how these veterans who have played in front of crowds perform versus the ones who haven't. And again, OP translation in the chat, guys. I do appreciate it. And quick update, we are at 79,947 subs. We are 53 subscribers away from 80K. 53 away from 80K. Let's go. Come on. It would be great to make 80K today during this stream. Thanks to all the translators, says KC. Yes. Thank you. Let's take a look at the bracket here, folks. Bob the Rock versus Ruben, our first semifinal. That'll be a big one here, folks. The winner will be guaranteed 2,500 euros with a chance at 5,000. Waiting to see who will be in the other semifinals. You have Morten, Red, Bale, and Lucas. Bale and Lucas will be an interesting matchup for both of those players. Morten, curious to see how this kid Red shows up. Let's go take a look one more time at the replay from the end of that Ruben matchup. And again, you can see this is very close, but it was a cycled minor early that meant, look at that. That minor comes in super early, trying to predict here, and so Ruben just goes, oh, thank you for the free minor on tower plus arrows. And Ligo knows he messed up. Ligo knows he messed up tremendously. So GG, well played. And now we are going to our next semifinal. Red. Is there a lower bracket? No, there's no lower bracket. It's just this. This is the whole thing. Single elimination. Red against Morten. And let me see if I can... I'm not logged into Royale API. I get logged out every day, it seems. 1 second, folks. Let me see if I can if I can log myself back in. Wish I would just stay logged into Royale API. Hey, Royale API, can I just stay logged in? Forever? Here we go. Game number 1. Morten versus Red. Let's go. This is a fun one. Opening up Bar Barrel is one of the most popular players in the game, and Morten. His opponent, Red, 8.4K personal best out of Spain. Best finish on ladder, 28th overall. Has played in a lot in some Spanish leagues for the last few years, since 2020. Not as much individual competition experience. And going with the E-Giant mirror cycle is Red. So first minute 15 away, no real significant damage on any of our 4 towers. 2890, the little chip there on the right-hand side as Morten just cycles the Bar Barrel and forces out a response. Royal Giant down, the Bomber mirrored to the Cannon. I expect Morten to play fairly conservative here. Even through this first minute of double elixir. Basic goal here is don't get ruined by the E-Giant situation. And then find a time where you can, oh, he's playing Fireball, not Lightning. That makes things curious here against the Cannon. E-Giant handled, Royal Giant down, Cannon not in cycle, and immediately it's the opposite lane E-Giant out of red. I think that was a little bit fancy, and yeah, there you go. He's gonna get punished for it. E-Giant to tower, and the King Tower activation. Won't help a ton, but will help a little, as Morten takes the lead 21-31 to 27-28. E-Giant spam is maybe the silliest concept, but it exists now. And Morten's happy to fireball that. You're going to put out a 3 elixir bomber, he'll fireball that every single time. Golden Knight hits everything there but a tower, as Red Brightness sets up in the back. Just so much to control the Electro Giant here. Yeah, being pointed out the bomber is 2 elixir, but when you mirror it, it costs 3. So that's why I was saying that he was happy to spend Fireball on a 3 elixir bomber. Because if you mirror a bomber, you now make that trade worthwhile for Morten. And Morten's just gonna, I think I saw somebody, yeah, spend Piner in the YouTube chat. Morten's gonna just keep damaging. Yeah, he's gonna sit on this. I mean, he can also put pressure, as you see him doing here. But breaking through for Red Brightness is going to be insanely difficult here. And Red Brightness with the crying face. He just got shellacked. That was a pretty brutal stop. Just no way through for Red Brightness. No way in the least. So GG, well played. I think everyone's happy. I'm glad we got Counter Says one discussing deck. Yeah, I agree. No one likes that E-Giant cycle deck. Madi saying calling this one 100-0 for Morten. Is Morten working with Julesy today? I don't know. I saw Julesy asking if anyone needed an analyst on Twitter. So that's a big question. I don't think that Morten's working with Julesy. But who knows? Nice deck choice from Morten, absolutely. Morten knows how to keep the pressure up Let's go take a look at some of the chat here. Red Brightness talking with Jose VTS. Interesting. Jose VTS working in the corner of Red. Very interesting to see that he's helping him out. I don't know if this was planned before. I assume that it was. Either way, there we go. J-Man saying Red uses a lot of talk to Dex. Vine saying lose. Okay. Oh, he plays Giant Skelly Clone on ladder. Oof. That's rough. That's a rough one. For those of you who don't know Red Brightness, personal best 8407 on ladder. His best finish on ladder is, he lists number 28. His profile only says 77, but we all know that, how that works. 20-win badges in all 3 20-win challenges. Last season in CRL, he finished 233rd on the points rankings. So, there you have it. He was also the number 2 best player for Skeleton Barrel in 2021 for CRL. So, he was had the number 2 best, I guess, I don't know if that's win rate or most wins in CRL with Skeleton Barrel. But according to Royale API, that's a thing about him. Maybe he was playing that clone deck. And here comes the skeleton. Just as I say it, here comes that Skelly Barrel clone deck. You have to imagine that with the, oh, let's see, the Archer Queen, the delivery. Oh, a little low on elixir here. Takes a lot of damage, does Morten. And that's going to be just some barbs shutting that down. You see Morten kind of scratch his face and raise his eyebrows here, like, what in the heck? So Red runs his deck in game number 2. You'd think with EQ, log, and delivery that Morten could handle here. But took a lot early. Spen saying, I don't think Hog EQ counters clone. I don't think so, but you feel like, it feels like there's enough. No building, though. And that makes things a little bit more complicated as well. Or, I mean, Morten hasn't shown building yet. Barbs down. Yep, there you go. And then, yeah, so he is playing Tesla. So Morten choosing not to Tesla stack early and takes a lot of damage for it. And now just completely overwhelmed on the board. There's too much down there. Clone in. Does take control of the flying machine on the right-hand side. Princess Tower does not get there in time and eats, looks like, 1 shot. Gonna have to log this out as opposed to anything else. And there we go. But Morten's still taking little bits of chip and can't break through here. That's the big problem. Trying to get EQ cycle down, but he has to get a hog on tower to win this matchup. But how in the heck does that happen? And again, Morten just choosing to control at the bridge here. Dropping the delivery. Clone comes in right after that. And now the Tesla high, but again, Red just gonna barbs here again one more time. You feel like this deck should be able to outcycle Red. Look at the smile and head nod out of Red on the right-hand side. He just knows that this is brutal. He knows that Morten really just has nothing he can do here. Morten sets up Tesla low. Now he's gonna start Tesla stacking, I believe. So he logs this and then deliveries? Deliveries and then logs. Okay. Cannon car gets 1 shot in. That's so rough. 3:07, final minute. Good on Morten trying to play it out, but man, you're playing tennis against a wall here. You're not going to win. So Morten is trying to make sure that those skeleton barrels pop before they get close to the tower, so they can log it off afterwards. That makes sense. I feel like I never play against this deck anymore. And now Hog behind, Barbs will be in. Log trying to move the Barbs, they won't move it enough. EQ trying to get something done here. So Red cheeses his way into a Game 2 win and sends us to game number 3. I don't know where Red Brightness thinks he's going right now. But Jose VTS talking him through the game plan, I guess. Julesy, apparently Julesy confirmed he's Morten's analyst. Well, they didn't. Oh, Julesy is. Okay, so in the Twitch chat. Got it. Hey, Jules, how are you? So he is working with Morten. But man, they got hit by that one. Yeah, there's no way for Morten to break through against the Barbs. There's absolutely no way. You couldn't outcycle it. He had to spend so much layering against those clone pushes. Someone saying Morten didn't play win condition that game. Yeah, he played Hog Rider. He played it multiple times. In fact, let me go take a look and see. I can tell you exactly how many times Morten played Hog Rider. Because it turns out that there's a thing called Royale API. And looks like Morten played Hog Rider. Let's see, where's the data here? Turns out Morten played Hog Rider 6 times. So yes, he did play a win condition here. So speaking of, man, I wish they would give us the. I guess they're taking out the sound because they're because of the whatchamacallit, because of it's just be the casters here. But taking a look at the decks played so far, Red Brightness playing E-Giant EQ Mirror, the E-Giant Cycle deck, and then Giant Skeleton Barrel Clone. This makes, this is interesting. It does make game planning for game number 3 against Red Brightness kind of hard. He's probably going to play Skeleton King in game number 3. So now you're thinking about what Skeleton King decks might he play. Could play Graveyard, could play the Mortar Miner Skeleton King. But he didn't play. The only spells he's played so far are EQ, NATO, and Clone, and then Mirror if you count it. But I really don't count Mirror. Right? On Morten's side, game number 1 was the RG Skeleton King Fireball deck, which is one deck that also you could have in the hands of Red Brightness. So Morten most likely going Drill here in game 3. And maybe double Miner out of Red Brightness. Could be Golem too. Could be Golem too. And Morten's gonna take about 300, 400 damage here. Maybe more. Yeah, down to 600 damage. And Fireball for Red Brightness, so. Magic Archer will not get the same kind of value you would think. Is this Lava out of Red? I see someone saying Sparky. I just feel like I never see Mighty Miner right now. I think it's Lava, though. There we go. Magic Archer really can't be a help here. Plus, the spears get zapped off. From a spell perspective, this is actually really brutal for Morten. Does he have NATO? Yes, he does. Morten in the lead right now. EWIS adds to it, 1664. The Drill does barely beat out the Magic Archer, but the high Mighty Miner stops that. I am enough saying thank Lord he has NATO. I feel you on that one. Ewiz does stay alive, and Royal Ghost will get a head across in front of the Ewiz. No, did not pop in time, so Ewiz goes down. And Morten trying to get that, I was hoping to get that to pop so it would pull the balloon back. It doesn't. He might NATO balloon to King Tower here. Yes, he does. Fireball takes care of the Magic Archer, though. That's going to be a lot of damage. Ewiz comes out to clean up. Snowball has to help. But that's going to still be more damage. He has to pick up something to distract this against this Mega Minion. And there you go. Spears high, but now the Loon behind. Magic Archer might get fireballed. Does he have NATO? Yes, he does. Magic Archer gets zapped instead. That's going to be within damage range, though, so that's going to be down to 986. Drilling all the way to the back. You see why I don't love drill to the back, but it gets it anyway. Wow, the skeleton, the goblins pop like crazy. Morten has to play one more great sequence of defense. One more really good defensive sequence, and Morten has this. Drill in, but a lot on the board. And he plays NATO offensively. There you go, GG, well played. Red with the look of pain, but it is Morten who does end up taking care of business and getting the win here. Staying alive and moving on. Ooh, boy, that was a testy one there. Oh, that was the wrong thing I was trying to press there. Hold on one second, folks. Want to make sure I didn't accidentally kill the clean feed here. Let me go ahead and get our replay up. And let's go ahead and take a look at our replay here. Those final moments, 111 on the left-hand side. And that was after the drill already hit. That drill had been able to get away. Tower getting awfully low, controlling. And that's the big thing here is that he's not going to play the Snowball plus NATO and still try to cycle here. But the drill comes in. That gets it enough done. You see Red does end up going down in the end. So GG, well played. Morten will move on. Whew. Things got tight there. Let's take a look at the bracket for 1 second. And you see Morten moving on to our semis. He'll await the winner of Bale versus Lucas. So Bale and Lucas coming up next. One of them will face off against Morten. On the other side of it, you have Bob versus Ruben. We're going to have a pretty fun final no matter what, I believe, folks. But, man, you really hope that it's Ruben Morten, right? That's one of those ones you want to see. That's one of those ones you want to see. A rematch of our 2020 CRL World Finals. If we can get there. But, again, we still have 3 matches before that. Our last quarter final between Bale and Lucas. And then Bob versus Ruben and Morten versus the winner of that Bale-Lucas matchup. Let's take a look at that replay one more time. So this was after the drill was able to pop and get enough damage on tower. Little miscalculation by Red Brightness there, in my opinion, to let those goblins get on tower like that. And now drill into the front, NATO to clear. Zap doesn't really do much of anything. Red Brightness knows that's GG. And now getting ready for our last quarter final, you see Bale and Lucas on stage. So here we go. Lucas plays Heal Spirit, more likely than not. That's part of that that 3M mirror deck. We'll see if that ends up being the case. And hey, folks, by the way, I just checked it. We have surpassed 80,000. 80,013. Thank you so much, everybody, who've subbed today to help us get there, and all of you who subbed on the way. All 80,000 of you, that's pretty cool. So it is the Three Musketeers. 3M out early here from Lucas. As Drill Breakers, the move for Bale. Happy to eat the right-hand one is Lucas. desperately needs to catch up on Elixir right now. So Poison's certainly nice for Bale, but that's the thing about this deck, right? Is that Mirror makes it so the big spells in against Three Musketeers and Pump are so much like you already have such a hard decision playing your big spells against 3M and Pump, right? It's already that's part of the whole point of those cards going together. When you add Mirror to the mix, it makes that whole thing even more annoying. But here, you do see Bale doing a good job of forcing Lucas to respond and not play Mirror on not mirror the Pump. So Bale in a really great rhythm with his poisons right now, but here comes the mirrored 3M up high. 4 Musketeers on the board. And a Golden Knight with them. Poison not in cycle here. So Drill has to come out on defense. Drill plus Skarmy. And that should be enough. The only issue here is that's going to put him behind on Elixir. So now you have E-Barbs plus Heal Spirit plus a still healthy Musketeer, and that tower in a whole lot of trouble. Down to under 1,000 HP, and just like that, Lucas gets back in it, and that's why this deck is so frustrating. It is so frustrating. Now it's just Bale's trying to sell out opposite direction. Does get the connection. That's a big wall breaker connection, and now he's back in the mix. Skarmy to go to work on the Muskies on the right-hand side. Gonna have to eat a little bit of damage on the left. Mitigation is the key here, not stopping. Now here we go, Drill in. Wall breakers high, mirrored 3M. Do not stop the wall breaker. They do not stop the wall breaker. Bale gonna take it. And look at that. Lucas a little bit surprised, I think, by that ending. Bale ended up taking it. And let's go ahead and take a look at the final moments here of that one. So here you see the 3 Musketeers to the 2 to the right-hand side. Skarmy takes care of business. And this is the right call by Bale. He mitigates, doesn't stop. Right? Just keeps the Dark Goblin there, knows he has to eat some damage. The mirrored 3M come down. 1 wall breaker connects. And when that Goblin drill pops, that's where that's all over. You see the look on Lucas's face. Let's go back one more time here. You see the drill come into the outside away from the 3 Musketeers. Lucas just played a 10 Elixir 3M, right? Because he played the mirrored version, has no Elixir to handle that one. So that's just going to go ahead and let that drill run roughshod. Let's watch that one more time. Drill in, down to 0 on Elixir. 1 Wallbreaker connects. Heal Spirit ain't it. GG, well played. And Lucas just like, come on, come on. And that's yet a wonder about that mirrored 3M in that situation. Let's take a look. That was a good Goblin drill. Yep, absolutely it was. Let's go ahead and jump into. Oh, never mind. I thought we were going back into the game, but instead that was back to the desk. Let's see. Oh, the All-Stars bracket is in on the. You can watch it yourself on Twitch. We don't have anything on the YouTube chat. But they used to have noise-canceling headphones at tournaments. Yeah, I think they're allowed to have music in it now. He sold that was not a smart 3M. I agree. I don't think that 3M was great. I'll go ahead and let it play one more time as we're waiting. I don't think that 3M was the right call. Should have played Goblin Cage on the drill and Hill Spirit on the Wall Breakers. Or a Golden Knight on the drill and his on the Wall Breakers. Well, let's take a look at this for a second. He's at 10. Yeah, this 10 is just a weird, and it's just a weird 3 Musketeers out of Lucas. Right? You have so much to defend here. And really at that point, what you have to do is defend. Take a look at this. Let's go back here and look at how far ahead. Right? So you're ahead by 400 HP. You know you have to get on, and that's maybe some of Lucas's thought, right? Is he knows he has to get on tower because he can get spelled out still with so much time left. But Spending 10 elixir there on the mirrored 3M just seems like... I don't think you mirror 3M anymore at this stage in the game. I think that you're too far late in the game to be mirroring those 3 Musketeers. That's my thought. That's my thought. Defending is overrated, says Crafter, I guess, with the X. Is Igor on a competitive break? I have no idea what Igor's doing. If you play the 3M 1 tile up, would have done what? If you play them higher up, you still would have gotten shredded by the drill, though. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 2. Bale with match point. And Bale throwing out the Heel Spirit emote. That's kind of dirty there against Lou. That's some low-key BM right there out of Bale. Mirror 3M is the only reason he got so much time on the right tower, almost won, though. Yes, but he couldn't. But you can't be, after a certain point in the game, you can't be mirroring 3M anymore. You can mirror 3M early, but you're mirroring 3M late, unless your elixir advantage is insane, and even then, mirroring 3M late is kind of asking to be put into a tough spot, in my opinion. So here we go, game number 2. Looks like Royal Giant on both sides, most likely. HPS here with the 4K trophy advice. Fireballs from both sides, logs from both sides. Don't expect to see any fishermen's cycled in the back in this game. What with the giant skeleton in the mix, and the skeleton king, in fact. Royal Giant in. But this is just so much. Zappies plus Fisherman plus Tombstone. I think Lucas has the advantage here. Fireball into the right-hand side, takes out the Mother Witch. Bale just raised his hand for a second. I'm wondering if he was potentially thinking he was going to have a drop delay there. Saw Bale raise his hand, which is in the past has been the signal for some sort of technical error, a lag, a drop delay, whatever. Fisherman to bring the King Tower activation in play, I believe. There you go. A nice fireball at the bridge. Royal Giant totally live. 8 elixir there. And yeah, this Tombstone Zappies combo, if you don't have fireball to clear the Zappies in particular, going to be tough, but so far Bale's still coming out ahead. Oh, Queen Bug is what Raul Bermudez was saying. Final minute, 15 seconds. Lucas still in this one. Has not put up a lot of offense. Continues to give Mother Witch value with the fireball. It's not like there's a lot of troops to Mother Witch on that right-hand side. I'm kind of curious. The Mother Witch behind the weak side tower, the continued play of that, to me seems strange. It's totally possible that there's some good reason for it. But to me, continue to put the Mother Witch behind that right-hand tower, or near that right-hand tower and just give free. I mean, you're even trying to get the fireball to not touch the zappy so you can stop the RG. But it still feels like just a little bit too much value there as Bale just continues to shred that right-hand side. Zappy's behind the RG, but the RG's going to get nothing. That's GG. Lucas just stuck. Lucas just absolutely stuck. And that's it. GG, well played. Bale going to move on to our semis. No way for Lucas to get anything done there. It kind of felt... I'm curious what you guys think about the... I see some people saying that Bale had matchup, some people saying Lucas had matchup. I'm seeing a lot of people saying opposite directions. I'm very curious about sort of the general consensus here. Because that kind of felt to me, like except for the Mother Witch, felt to me like it should have been harder for Bale to break through than Lucas. I'm kind of curious about that one. The continuum Mother Witch is just feeding the fireballs. Felt strange to me. They felt strange to me. The matchup was even, says Vasilis. I think Giant Skelly saves fireball for tower damage. Bale had matchup, says 1. Bale had Hunter, Lucas didn't. End of debate. Very interesting. I see a lot. Yeah, I'm seeing a few different directions. I don't even know what is going on. Is chat starting to get wild? Is chat starting to get wild? I don't know what's happening with the chat, but I've gathered from the last couple comments I've seen the chat starting to get wild. Oh, I guess we're doing a little like pan all the way around. Universi. This is all part of the change your way. Not sure what that is, but they're showing it to us, so I'll show it to you. There's a big wave from the crew over there. I see Safe saying that it's 55-45 for Lucas. Where can we see the bracket? We'll have the bracket on screen here in a minute. We're down to our top 4. This is kind of I need to figure out what to do with the sound stuff. Let me go take a look. Let's see if I can get that matchup on to load up. The API is being a little slow today to actually give us the data that I'm trying to pull. One moment here. Let's see. 80K subs now. Yep. Thank you very much. Very excited about the 80K. I appreciate everyone helping out with that. Let's take a look at the... Okay, so let's see what Royale API's data says about this one. Royale API doesn't have a lot of specific matchup data. It gives over 10 matches a 70-30 matchup to Bale there. But over at 900 matches with a 7-card match or more, a 50-50 matchup. So not a lot of data there to pull from that one. Joe Nathan saying, I'm not understanding these decks as a mid-ladder player. Where's Mega Knight Wizard Minion Horde? I know, dude. I know, bro. Here we go. Our first semi-final, Ruben versus Bob the Rock. Let's go. And I saw someone commenting Fire Shades. Well, you know, I'm going to go ahead and bust out the next pair here in a minute. So we're gonna get deep into the Shade game. You know, I realize I can't really wear my Hulk ones because they're green. So Bob looking like Minor Mortar Skeleton King. Ruben rocking Minor himself. A lot of swarm there to distract the Archer Queen of Ruben out of Bob. But Archer Queen can often shut down these mortars. And look at that, 7-7. Archer Queen plus ability takes out the mortar plus the Dart Goblin, but turns into positive damage. Bob does pop the Skeleton King ability here. That's going to get logged off. Really just wanted to force out the log, I think. And the Fire Spirit has to come out too, so that works out okay for Bob, as the difference right now between these two is only about 33 HP. Interesting sequencing here by Ruben. Forcing the mortar out defensively. And then making it appear about the bridge fight and just getting that little bit of chip damage. This is going to be a lot the opposite direction, though. And now, mortar for Bob at the bridge. Ruben seems to really be trying to build these off of the Archer Queen high counter pushes. He's going to eat a ton of damage here, though. At some point, that's now the third or fourth time that Bob's defended the Archer Queen at the bridge with the skeleton armor. Keep an eye out for that. The possibility of Ruben trying to pre-log that Skarmy. Log now not in cycle, but again, we're very tight. 1798 to what's going to be a little bit more than 1616. There we go, getting on down. And that's a nice little lead there for Bob as we go into sudden death overtime. Bob feeling the pressure. You see him pull on his neck of his a little Adidas shirt over there. Got a little bit of stress. Mirror down. Mirrored mortar out of Bob the Rock. And that Dark Goblin's super duper annoying. Stays outside of that cannon cart range. Guards maybe a half step early, and mortar does connect on the left-hand side. Archer Queen in, though. Archer Queen in, and that's a ton of damage for the Archer Queen. Poison will not be enough. Ruben cannot be too aggressive here. And look at how not aggressive he's being. Miner behind King Tower. Playing super defensive right now. That Miner's going to do some real damage here for Bob. Getting that tower going to be down under 500. Now Miner plus poison in for Ruben. And that was just slow veteran gameplay. You see Bob kind of give a big ugh after that one. But real veteran gameplay there in the end by Ruben. Really, really nicely done. Let's go ahead and let me get the replay queued up here. There was supposed to be a plugin that let the most recent replay I clipped just come right on, but the plugin's not working. So let's go ahead and take a look at the final moments here. Miner to the outside. And Ruben just calmly playing defense here. Right? Just going to sit on that Archer Queen, and you see Bob kind of shoulder shrug there at the end as he knows that one's already over. And who, again, you have someone working on decks for Bob. I'm not sure who this is. If anyone does have a read on who that was, that would be good. Is Morten out? Asked Superfly. No, Morten won his last matchup. Morten's going to be Morten's going to play play Bale coming up next. So Bob getting his decks. If he didn't use Poison, he would have won. He needed some 7-spell deck with Princess to protect everything like a pro. Poison and Miner are a good combo. Yeah, I think B-Rab would agree. And Ruben taking his time to get this next deck picked. Oh, is that Dominic? Oh, that's Dominic. Interesting. Somebody players never seen before, seen their faces before, or seen them live walking around. There's, of course, the trophy they're playing for. They're not just playing for a trophy, folks. They are playing for a $10,000 prize pool. Top 8 guaranteed $250. Third place gets $750. It's euros, by the way, not dollars. My mistake there. First place, $5,000. Feeling like... Wait, why is that not working? Let me just press that button one more time. Feeling like RG in game number 2 here from Bob. We'll see if that's the case. Probably drill spam out of Ruben. Musketeer, interesting wrinkle. And maybe Hog out of Bob instead. Okay, so I guess it is going to be RG for Bob with the Hunter out. And probably Hogs for Ruben. Interesting choice to be playing the Musketeer. Graveyard. Well, there you go. That makes it make a lot more sense. So little chip damage here for Ruben as we get past the first 2 minutes, 27-28. Gets the Fish Boy off the board and now has the Golden Knight in a place to at least make a dash potentially. Log probably means that doesn't touch. Does it touch? It does touch. Oh boy. Ruben extends his lead as we are now in double elixir, 24-18. Both towers for the Spaniard, over 2,900 still. Cage plus Muskie plus Recruits plus Zappies. Where does the Royal Giant break through for Bob here? You kind of have to hope that Ruben overspends and then you have a counter push, and that might be what Bob's looking for right now. And that's what Bob's hoping for right here. That might have been a little bit of overspending out of Ruben. And now RG does get through. Fireball onto the Muskie plus Log clears Musketeer out. And that's a huge chunk of damage. Huge chunk of damage for Ruben. Now Zapping to get pulled off. Cage does push back. But just like that, Bob takes a 900 plus HP lead here. Or 900 HP-ish lead. And that's what he was waiting for. He was waiting for an overexpenditure by Ruben. And you saw that Bob had a little bit more on the board. They were pretty even in elixir, but Bob had enough to put a counter push behind. And now Fireball plus Log will take care of Muskie again. RG's going to get a couple of shots here. And this just switched completely. Recruits high. And you can't turn this into there's no counter push from this, and it doesn't matter. Royal Giant gets one. And now that's a GG. Very, very nicely played. Very nicely played indeed. And So Pro Bro saying Ruben's graveyards have no tank. Doing it, getting something really close in the ear of Bob. And they'll have to go ahead and figure that out for next game. Man, the YouTube chat just got wild. I don't know what happened. I don't know I don't know exactly what happened. But YouTube chat went from being like reasonably well behaved for YouTube chat to being something else entirely. Something else entirely. So thank you, YouTube chat, for getting crazy on me. I'm wondering, has Royale Masters already started? Let me take a look at that real quick. I know that we have a big day A big day of Clash Royale esports. Yes, that is what's happened. All right, so, hey Vincent, how are you? Yeah, Royale Masters has kicked in, so we have a lot of fun stuff happening on lots of different things today. This is the first chunk that we have of Clash Royale today. If you want to watch Clash Royale esports, you have all day. Right now, we are getting down to we're in our top 4, getting close to our top 2 here for this Clash All-Stars event at Dreamhack in Spain. After this, already beginning, but you can head there after this, is Royale Masters, the final bracket for our first qualifier there, with Andrew Guy and Joshua A.C. Sharon commentating. And then later today, we have one of the Stage 3 rounds for the Copa All-Stars, the Latin America, North America Golden Ticket event, and that's being hosted by Juicy J. So plenty of Clash Royale all day today for y'all to watch. Hope you guys get your fix in. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna add music to this channel here, and then turn it off when we go into gameplay, because having this with no music is just kind of uncomfortable, isn't it, folks? Moderately uncomfortable. Let me go ahead and make one little change to something here. Where is it? Boom, boom. So give myself a little hotkey here to kill the music when I need to. As it probably is about time to kill that music as we're going into gameplay. Give me 1 second to media source control. And it's the music I want to be able to stop. Let me make sure I put the right one in here. Hey, there we go. So Ruben going E-Giant here in game number 3. E-Giant versus Lava. So you can't complain about cheese from either of these two, really. Is it Lava Clone from Bob? I guess I should have known. I guess I should have known Bob was going to come out with some Lava Clone. And here's the Mother Witch. And look at the face on Bob the Rock when he sees Mother Witch. He sees that Mother Witch and goes, oh, boy. Oh, no. Uh-oh. And that's going to be a lot of damage from this Mother Witch. Ruben cycles his Bomber plus Dark Prince opposite direction. Bob taking out his headphones and looking over to his corner for a minute. And Bob's going to go ahead and just eat that whole tower kill and hope he can win over on this side. But E-Giant's going to absorb a lot of that. Then Mother Witch can come in from behind. And this is a lot of things that are really bad for Bob. And Bob just has to be like, yeah, okay, you got me. All right, I'll take 3rd or 4th place. Oh, you know what it is? I bet you that the reason why they say no 4th place prize is that they're considering the 2 losers of semis tied for 3rd. I just realized that. That they're both getting 750 because they're not going to play a 3rd place match, I don't think. It wasn't on the schedule. Maybe they will play it. And Bob he was playing with one hand for a minute. This E-Giant can add even more to this tower. Bomber comes in, and that's just a double GG here. So Ruben will be one of our finalists. And they cut out of the game early. They didn't even show you the end of the game here. They did not even show you the end there. Ruben gets it done. Triple Corona, Triple Crown out of Ruben, and that's going to be a big win there for the former world champion, 2020 CRL world champion Ruben. Now 1 win away from being the Clash All-Stars champion. Our first in-person event back. Coming to you from Valencia, Spain at Dreamhack. And now we have one more semi-final to go. We'll go ahead and take a look at the... Oh, you know what? I forgot to... Well, this is from the previous game. This is from the game that... this is game 1 that Ruben won. I forgot to go ahead and fix those replays. Oh, so do I speak Spanish? Juan, no, I do not. Let me go ahead and get that replay replaced. 1 second, folks. And I think I can go ahead. I think I grabbed something there at the end. Don't know what I grabbed exactly. Let's go ahead and find out. Let's go ahead and find out what I grabbed here for this replay at the end. And here we go. And yeah, you see Bob shaking his head here. Ruben gets the tower down. That's the GG. And yeah, they cut away because Bob put his phone down. And there you go. Ruben pretty happy. Ruben pretty happy overall. Got to feel good to have a nice performance like this one. And there you have it, folks. And yes, I did change my glasses in case you guys haven't noticed already. Rocking the purples. And purple's my favorite color, by the way, in case you guys didn't know. These ones are, let me go ahead and give you guys a nice close-up look from the Marvel plus Gooder line. These are the Black Panthers. Look at those. Look at those. Right? Those are pretty sick. Those are pretty sick, huh? Yeah, these ones are called Wakanda Finders. Oh, hey, can you find Wakanda? Well, with these glasses, I guess you can. Justice for Bob. Bob is life, says a guy named Bobs. Congratulations. Well done. Why is the music... Oh, did I turn the music off? Oh, because I turned the music off. That's why. I was like, why is the music not playing? Because I turned it off. There we go. Good to know about that one. Let's see. Where's the Dreamhack stage located? This is in... it's in Valencia. Let's go take a look at the bracket. I know someone was asking for it. Yes, these are OGs. Always OGs. Oh. Well, they went right into the gameplay. So here we go. Morten versus Bale. Winner goes on to our championship today against Ruben. Looking like Bale's running Royal Giant here. Morten with lots of options. And I guess the music is still playing. Hold on. Can I turn the music off? Will my hotkey work? Stream Deck not OP today, folks. And oh boy, does the Royal Giant push it far enough away? I think that's still going to be in tower range here. Morten tried to grab it, did not grab it in time. He's gonna get a couple shots here. The defensive EQ to mitigate the Royal Giant damage out of Bale. You can see some people saying the shades are fire, but I see a lot of people here in the chat rooting for Morten. Always a lot of Morten love. So despite maybe the miscalculation by Morten with that first one, game not out of hand right now. It's going to be a nice counter push here for Bale. Does take one shot. Morten has plenty of elixir. Zappy's up high. Does he fish boy low here for the Hog Rider? And he does. He will get the King Tower activation this time. Does take the big shot. Gets his Giant Skeleton down just in time for the Archer Queen. 1666 on Morten's bottom right-hand tower. Bale with 1795 on his right-hand side as Morten switches lanes here. And does the RG get a shot on the left-hand side? It does not. So well defended by the Spaniard. Bale was one of the top young players out of Spain in 2020. Was really kind of owning the Orange Crown League at one point. I think got the MVP maybe 5 weeks in a row at Orange Crown League. was very dominant in that competition, and now is doing a lot more casting than playing. But we do see him, of course, here today and having a good day so far. 16-33 to 13-48. Bale in the lead in game number 1. Morten trying to pressure the opposite lane. Does force out the bomb tower, but not much more than that. And Hog behind the giant skeleton. And that Hog gets caught up a little bit. And Fisherman goes to the Archer Queen, not the Hog, but Hog does die. Royal Giant does connect on the left-hand side, EQ in. Here we go. Final minute 14, one more RG shot in. 10:30 to 14:06. Morten has nothing really for that Hog, so has to overspend on it. EQ will get value. Oh, 550. Final minute, triple elixir. I think Morten has to switch to playing same lane now. I don't know how he can do that here, though. Going to probably RG opposite lane now. EQ for Bale. And now RG plus Giants plus the Royal Ghost. The double RG, if you will, on the left-hand side. EQ in, 330 on the right-hand side. Archer Queen will not touch. Royal Giant in the left-hand lane. Gets one shot. Can it get two? Does get two. Next to Royal Giant down. Royal Ghost two. It does get three. This is absolutely huge. Bale trying to defend. Pre-zappies on that right-hand side. Final 10 seconds. 3:30 remaining. Fishboy gets down early against the Hog. Can it hold off against the Hog? Can the EQ do it? And it does. Morten with a gem there to save that win. Whoo, boy. Stacks up Royal Giant, Royal Ghost, Royal Giant, Royal Ghost. A partridge in a pear tree. And Morten clutches that one. What a clutch out of the German. Now let's see if my music will come back and play here as I go ahead and try to get our replay up and ready. Here we go. Let's take a look at the replay of those final moments. And you can see just stacking Royal Ghosts, stacking Royal Giants. Bale just didn't pull the trigger. It feels like at some point, and maybe it's just he was way too far behind on Elixir. He doesn't get this Hog down until really late in the game. Yeah, it has to wait that long for a Hog. Let's go back to the beginning of this replay. And you see he has to spend on this Royal Giant. So Bomber down. Second Royal Giant comes in. And maybe he's worried that if he plays the Hog there, that he can't get the Hog, he can't get past maybe a Fisherman back and cycle. Right, so again, he has to spend on this Royal Giant. He has Hog here. Ghost down. And just believing that he can't play a Hog here. So stuck. Stuck he is. And at that point, you just fallen too far behind. Not able to spend on EQ cycle either. So Morten takes game number 1, folks. Let's see. He missed the EQ. Did he fat finger at EQ? Whoa, let's go back and take a look at that. I'm curious about that one. Was there an earlier EQ that he fat fingered? Because that one looks to be in. No, that one gets in. Maybe there was an earlier one that he fat fingered. Not entirely sure. But Morten with match point, and it could set up a great rematch of our World Finals from 2020. So Morten going drill against Skeleton King. I guess earlier in the game, he fat-fingered an Earthquake. EQ Alan Gomez is Earthquake. I keep forgetting that Morten's bottom of the screen, Bale's at top. So Bale going drill here in game 2. Morten going maybe Mortar Miner SK. Could potentially be Graveyard. With the Dark Goblin, feels more like Miner though. Easy lineup here for Bale with the Magic Archer. And that's one of the hard things about this matchup for Morten is he has the Fireball. So now he really has to just sit on that Fireball primarily for the Magic Archers. This deck that Morten's playing kind of relies a lot on bridge fights, which is really dangerous against that Magic Archer. So you expect to see a few more opportunistic Magic Archers at the bridge from Bale, especially because he doesn't want to play Magic Archers near his Princess Tower because of that Fireball. And yeah, expect that to be the life. That should be the life expectancy of those Magic Archers every time from Morten. It should be born, take one shot, and then die. The question is, can Bale make those shots more impactful in bridge fights? So here you might see Cannon Cart set up. Does he Magic Archer here with the Cannon Cart protecting? Because that cannon is just free Magic Archer value. Decides not to. Spends it on defense instead. And an overall, the right idea of the NATO doesn't quite do everything that Bale wanted, but still damage in 1736 to 2176. And that's what Bale doesn't want to do, is give Fireball value to a Magic Archer plus Tower. Final 80 seconds. Morten setting up his Mortar on defense. Does not want to play Mortar high when Magic Archer's in cycle. He's going to Fireball all this, I believe. As it coalesces. No, decides to Miner behind the Magic Archer. Get the Fireball save for offense if he can. Morten opting not to use the Golden Knight ability, just let it die on the board. And there we go. That's where he wants to be able to play that Fireball if he can. Morten has to be careful here, and that's why you see the Skarmy go high in case of the Magic Archer. And look at, if you see what Morten's playing at the bridge, everything right now about that bridge is to not give up a bad Magic Archer lineup. Yes, he's trying to put pressure. Trying to find ways to do it where he does not end up giving that free damage. Morten with the lead right now. Magic Archer played a little bit high here, drill in, and this drill's going to be in an annoying spot. Trying to pull away from the drill. Will it be enough? No lineup for the Magic Archer. GG, well played. A 2-0 for Morten, and we're going to have a rematch, folks. Yes, we will. Morten and Ruben for the championship. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. That's what we'll be having here in just a few minutes. Woo, who's ready? And there they go, giving you that official. Morten, the winner. And yes, sirree. The thing you want to see. Morten and Ruben. Let's go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the replay of some of that final action here. And here we go. Again, you see so much of what Morten's trying to do here is just not let Magic Archers get lined up. So now that mortar goes high, does pull the Ghost. Notice the Magic Archer is a little bit far off the bridge here. And a lot of the right moves here. But as soon as he pulled that, got the Skeleton King back, as soon as Bale pulled the Skeleton King back there, you see Morten go ahead and throws to it one more time. Fireball in, way back. And there isn't a great spot here for Bale to get that Magic Archer value. And as soon as he Nittos this back, Skarmy into cover. Great Skarmy. Makes it harder for any sort of lineups as well. And GG. GG. So there you have it. And now we're getting ready for our grand final for 5,000 euros. Morten and Ruben. And someone saying, didn't he lose to a Magic Archer lineup in 2019 CRL semifinals? Yeah, maybe that's part of why he was making sure that he didn't get hit by it this time. Let's see. Morten versus Ruben. What a legacy. Yes. Will there be CRL Royal Masters be streaming? Yes. Guys, if you want to see more of what's happening overall today, if you actually even open up your Clash Royale app right now, that will take you to Royale Masters. So if you want to go find Royal Masters as soon as this is over, that'll take you to it. I'll also, if you're watching on Twitch, I guess I'll probably raid Royale Masters so that you guys can go and watch there. But yeah, you can open up your app and click the link that will take you to the YouTube for Royale Masters because they are now hosted in game as opposed to this one at this stage. But you can also do the host on Twitch. And we're still holding it over 2,000 viewers right now, folks, even with the in-game now having moved on. So that's pretty rad. That's pretty rad. Thank you very much. I see we're also at 943 likes right now for this stream. So hey, if you're watching right now, let's get it to 1,000. The likes are a free and easy way for you to help support the channel and promote the stream. And of course, the more people come and watch, the more fun stuff we can do. The bigger and better it gets. So I do really appreciate it. Lois with a €2 Euro super chat, but it's in German, so I don't know what you're saying, so I can't put it up on my screen. Let's see how to get into these tournaments. This one was live in Spain, but a lot of stuff you can find by going to esports.clashroyale.com or at esportsroyale.en on Twitter, and that way you can find ways to sign up. There's one more event happening right now, and that's Royale Masters. Today is the first of 3 days of 3 weekends of qualifiers, where you can qualify for the Golden Ticket Final, and then there's a last chance qualifier end of July. So Royale Masters is the last opportunity for you to qualify for CRL through the Golden Tickets, and then of course there'll be announcements coming soon about the bigger plan for CRL this summer. So there's lots of chances for you to play. Let's see. Why Asia is included in tournaments. Just it's time of day for you, dude. When is Ruben Morten going to happen? Very soon. Very soon. I'm very excited for it. It's going to be a big one for 5,000 euros, and of course that very pretty trophy. And of course it's one of those things too where let's take a look at the bracket. One of those big things is that you look at Morten's list of accomplishments, and there's not a lot of number ones on there. So this would be one of those ones where going into the remainder of the season and that last Golden Ticket Royale Masters, and then of course going into the CRL Summer Series, number one would be a big thing for Morten here. Ruben has plenty of them. You look at Ruben's history as a Clash Royale pro. There's a lot of number ones for Ruben throughout his career. 1 second, folks. And you can see Morten getting ready for this one. Ruben, had got a top number one finish in one of our CRL monthly qualifiers. Of course, CRL World Champion and CRL Regional Champion for Ruben as part of Team Queso. Not to mention all their stuff he did with Team Queso. Winning the No Tilt League Special Edition. That was a big one for that squad. He won Superliga Orange for Team Queso. Won the Royal Crown Cup with Arena Casino. So you talk about, you know, the number ones for Ruben. There's a whole lot of those. CRL Regional Champion, CRL World Champion, and of course, all the dominance that he had in Spain before that. So Ruben's got those number ones. And if as you've said before, if there is one knock on Morten, it's that you see a lot of number twos on his list. Ruben has number one on ladder. Morten has number two on ladder, right? Morten's probably the best person to be. He's probably the official GOAT of runner-ups when it comes to Clash Royale, and it's still about some top 5 all time in my book. Whoa, $80 super chat from the tree line, 80 for 80. Sometimes the audio is weird. Sometimes he misses a big play, and may he live forever. Well, you know what? For $80, I'll throw that even with the subtle shade. I saw it on twice there, even with the subtle shade. Let's go ahead and jump in to our championship matchup. Let's go. Morten versus Ruben for 5,000 euros, and of course, the championship and the trophy. So Morten may be playing the giant skeleton variation of drill. Ruben looking like hog. And I'm going to have to ask some of the pros about the drills behind Princess Tower. Because the Goblin always spawns at the bottom of the drill, I always wonder about that. Because the Goblin has to walk so far to get on tower. Whereas if you spawn to the front or to the side, the Goblin has a much easier path. So that Hog's going to get all the way in. He has NATO, and nicely played. Able to sneak it in behind the giant skeleton. That does always feel a little bit dicey, right? When you're trying to, you have all that clog there. And Ruben, a little bit of control. Beautiful micro has always been sort of the story of Ruben as a player, and Morten, it's always been phenomenal macro. Of course, both these guys are top tier in both those categories, but you know, when you really talk about what makes Ruben special, it's micro, and what makes Morten special, it's macro. Early in his career, Morten was known for just coming back out of bad situations. And the problem has been being put in lots of bad situations. Nice Golden Knight dash here for Morten. That's a lot of damage on that right-hand tower. Going to be down near to, if not under 1,000 HP. Yes, it is. 887, and just like that, Morten opens things up big time. Huge counter push, though. Giant Skeleton, Hog Rider, plus Archer Queen. NATO able to handle that easily. That King Tower, though, is getting a little bit low to keep NATOing Hogs the King Tower. And Morten goes all the way behind. And nice Tesla to stop the Golden Knight dash. Does Magic Archer get value? No, it doesn't. Giant Skeleton sneaks up just a little bit too high. Magic Archer now protected by its own Giant Skeleton. And you're going to see you're not going to see any sort of NATO play for a lineup here out of Morten unless it's the kill shot, right? You don't want to be giving up your best tool and your only real tool against that Hog Rider. And notice that Morten E-Wiz is here instead of NATOing. Maybe recognizing how low that King Tower is. Interesting NATO when you don't already have the Magic Archer lineup there. And that's going to be a lot of damage and no Magic Archer value. Maybe a little bit out of sequence there for Morten. Ruben now back in this one. 659 to 1173, plus the King Tower even lower. And that Hog will get DPS down. That's good news for Ruben. I mean, good news for Morten. I mean, keeps the drill and NATO in. How did that? Oh, the Magic Archer got pushed forward. Doesn't matter. Ruben taking the L here in game number 1. Morten almost looked like that Magic Archer might get shredded as it got pushed ahead. Let's go ahead and turn our music back on here. Come on, music, turn back on. This music is being very finicky. Behave, music, behave. Well, let's go ahead and take a look as I cue things up at our replay from those final minutes. From those final moments here. So you see Hog trying to sneak on through. This time, though, E-Wiz plus the body block DPS is more than enough to stop the Hog Rider. And as this drill comes in, everything pushes the Magic Archer forward. The Magic Archer still keeps the lineup. Morten was trying to get that lineup a lot throughout the game and just couldn't quite make things line up the way he wanted. But here he goes. Rostislav Stanov saying, Joe on the Cower is kind of a bait for cheap cards and defenses, and it's harder for buildings. Fair enough. Let me go ahead and replay that final few seconds here one more time. So you're going to see the giant skeletons get into a fight here at the bridge. Hog cannot get past. It's totally stuffed. And now you're going to watch this as this Magic Archer is going to get just pushed forward as everything runs forward and takes a step into the pocket, gets on tower. GG, well played. And there you can take a look at part of what they're playing for here. The trophy, plus, of course, $5,000 to the winner, 5,000 euros, 2,500 euros to our second place player. And someone asking me why you ignore my message of Asia not being included in most tournaments. Asia is included in plenty of tournaments, and Asia is included in a lot of the golden ticket stuff and has a lot of tournaments there as well. I don't know, man. I don't do the tournaments, but I have now addressed your questions, so you can stop spamming it in chat. Let's see. Real MVP is Magic Archer, says U2. Yes, I agree. Can you feel the tension in these games in the final seconds? Everyone feels how close they are, and anybody's game take any mistake. Yeah. The craziness of those final moments is always so stressful. Here we go. Let's jump into game number 2 with the match point here from Morten, who's going to go maybe minor wall breakers here. RG for Ruben, and I saw someone in the chat say Ruben's going to play RG, and they were like, yep, totally. Ruben is a little predictable when it comes to Royal Giant. He's moved away from Balloon. Maybe it's partially because Balloon just isn't that strong in the game right now. A little water here, 1 second. But man, you gotta be prepared for Ruben to play RG. Hardik Sharma said Ruben's gonna play RG or Lava. That's all he does. So here you go. A lot of people were calling for the RG from Ruben early. So Mortar Miner Skelly King for Morten. And Mortar against RG is pretty nice, especially with a lot of DPS here as well. Morten trying to get some DPS here, but that's 4 elixir that's going to put you real low for this push. And you can see just complete shred job. And just like that, Ruben takes a huge advantage. The fireball onto the Did that fireball miss? Am I crazy or did that fireball miss? The fireball onto the almost dead tombstone plus tower seems like it was a lot. And now you see Morten's just in such a huge elixir hole. Still 2 behind, plus what's on the board. And nice job going right for the hunter here for Morten, and that'll be a little bit extra damage. Does force out some more play, and just like that, now Morten has undone the elixir disadvantage. So nicely played there. Morten probably knew that was going to be almost no damage, but he knew that was a great way to force out responses and get himself back in the mix. So having to even up the elixir situation. That's a nice Dark Goblin out of Morten. Bar Barrel gets in the backfield, but Dark Goblin stays alive. Fireball going to go to these Zappies. Smart call here, and just like that, after being way down, Morten has gotten back in it. He's trying to load up in front of the Skeleton King right now. Is Morten. Ruben getting a nice stack here, and this time does not get caught again by the Dark Goblin, but still, Morten fireballs it off, and Dark Goblin stays alive. Ruben with the lead, 903 to 1275. This Royal Giant's going to do nothing, though. But now Skarmy out of cycle to not help the Skeleton King charge up. Morten very low on elixir again. We'll get the fireball onto the Zappies. 1068 to 903. Does Mortar come in high? Yes, it does. And that's a smart play on the fireball there for Ruben. Mortar does not go to tower. Miner does, though. 903, and just like that, Morten now back in the lead. 32 seconds left. Morten's just trying to go pressure, pressure, pressure right now. Does get for fireball value, and just like that, Morten going to go ahead and take this one. Miner to the back, G to the G, well to the plate. Morten beats Ruben and gets that all-important number 1. Well played, Morten. 5,000 euros, the championship here at Dreamhack. And what a nice win. Let me get that music back on. A little celebration sounds. Let me go ahead and cue up the replay of our final moments here for you. And here we go, taking a look at that replay. Oh, I guess we're going to, before we go to that, let's go to an interview with Morten. 1 second. I guess I don't have sound yet. Let me go over there to the interview. I'll kill the music. So if someone can translate for us.
Congrats, Morten.
Thank you.
You won 5,000 euros. ¿Cómo se dice en inglés?
Yeah, euros. Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about this victory?
I feel great for sure, because Ruben is a really good player, so I'm really happy to get my revenge for Worlds.
Okay, dice que está muy contento por la victoria y sobre todo por poder ganarle a Rubén, que es un gran jugador. How do you feel about the back of the in-person tournaments?
I always like to play more on stage because I feel like it's way better with the crowd and so on, so I'm really happy that it's finally possible again.
Okay. Repeat the last sentence.
That it's finally possible again to play in person again. I'm really happy about that.
Okay. Sí, básicamente dice que se siente muy bien jugando en vivo y que está contento de que hayan vuelto. Así que nada, Revol, ¿qué hacemos? ¿Le damos el trofeo? ¿Cómo hacemos?
All right, everybody. Yes, I know that it's in English now. I thought that maybe it'd be Spanish to German and back. Maybe German would, maybe Morten would speak Spanish. I get it. Yes, I see all the translations.
Okay. Sí, okay.
There's yelling questions
the
at
chat on Twitch ask how do you feel to see in person your friends of Clash Royale?
for sure it's great to meet all of them. I mean, like Sergio and Pompeyo already met, but like Lucas, I never have met, so that's really, really great, and I'm really happy to be here.
Dice que está muy contento de poder volver a ver a los chicos, a Pompe, a Lucas, a
Oh yeah,
todos,
someone's saying Morten looks like,
básicamente,
yeah,
y que
Morten is
está-
very
que se
tall. I
siente
think he's
muy
like
feliz de estar acá.
6'7" or something crazy like that.
Congrats.
And there you go. There's the halfway hug. Morten gonna win 5,000 euros.
Sí, vienen los muchachos
My voice is
universales,
tired.
¿no? Para-
5,000 euros for
para
Morten,
entregarle el trofeito a Morten.
plus that big cool trophy. What a day. And let's see if we can get the beauty shot of Morten lifting the trophy here. Oh, look at that. Congratulations, Morten.
Un aplauso, vamos.
I'm going to go ahead and clip that for 3 Crowns, our bi-weekly Clash Royale esports show. So I can throw that one in there. Now Morten saying everyone subscribe to Rich Slayton. Thank you very much. Let's take a look at the replay there. Now that we finally have the time for it. Here you go. Here's the replay there of the end. 903 to 894. And just the overwhelm here. Fireball comes in. And I'm trying to see is what got the big chunk of damage here. So the miner gets a couple. Is the cannon cart? Oh, the cannon cart escapes. That's what it is. The cannon cart escapes, gets on tower, and chunk. GG, well played. What a day, folks. What a day. What a day. And what fun it was to spend this day with you. This was a blast. We get to see players in real life playing against each other. I'm super pumped about it. And the day is not over. If you go into your Clash Royale app right now, you can go and find in the esports tab, it'll say live, the little button, follow the buttons up there. You can go ahead, you can watch Royale Masters right now with Andrew Guy and Joshua AC Sharon. And then, of course, later today, you can catch up with the Copa qualifier, the Copa Stage 3 action for the Golden Ticket event with Juicy J. So tons of Clash Royale all throughout the day. If you're on YouTube, I'm going to end the stream here in a moment. Thank you so much for watching. If you're on Twitch, stick around. I'm going to go ahead and throw us over to the Royale Masters stream as well. I'll be back with Royale Masters, I believe, next weekend. And then, of course, more stuff for the Copa coming here. I'll be casting the entire 3 days of Copa finals that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think that's like the 15th, 16th, and 17th. And, of course, there'll be some more replays and stuff like that here. This has been so much fun. Thanks for 80K today. That's super excited. Road to 100K on its way. Let's go. You guys are great. I'm going to go get out of here, get some lunch. As always, be excellent to each other. All right, let me go ahead, go over, and I'm going to kill this YouTube stream. Where are you at, YouTube stream? Boom, I ended the YouTube stream.